And once more, we are back, and again, we're going to head into the next best-of-3 series. This time it's going to be EG going up against Flip.Sid3. Flip.Sid3, former AL, everyone should know those guys, and I guess about EG, I don't have to say much more. And that's going to be an amazing one. EG definitely going to be one of the favorites in the whole tournament, so I can't wait to see how this game is going to play out. And for that, once more, we're going to head over to our casters, Wagamama and Toby1.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Of course, I am Toby1, and joining me is...
Wagamama.
And we are here.
Casting.
That was never going to go well. We are here to get into our second half of the day. Second half of the day. We've already had our results from the first half of the day.
It's going fast.
Yeah, it is. Time flies when you're having fun, man.
Yeah.
Infernity and Mousesports, two very convincing players by both teams. So you still want to give props to both DB as well as Imaginary Gaming.
Yeah, of course.
They both they got here.
I really to start with that, and then really
I applaud them for turning up.
Yeah, of course,
Yes.
and I applaud them IMG for their picks and playstyle. It's really
definitely
a lot of fun watching them play.
Yeah.
And then it didn't really work around all the corners of it, but they were playing against Mouse.
Yeah.
It is not. There's nothing we can take away from them.
Yeah, you kind of look at Mouse right now as almost one of the strongest teams in the entire EU scene.
It's a strong team.
Yeah.
It is. It's really strong.
I kind of look at the three top ones, like Na'Vi, Mouse, Alliance.
I think Fnatic is also a team to be rating pretty high.
See, for me, Fnatic, I'm still looking forward to seeing how they're going to compete right here, because Fnatic are one of those teams, if you go back in time, like 5 or 6 months, hell yes, I would even claim them as #1 team in all of Europe.
Yeah.
But they really dropped off their game, and they know it. They know what was going on. Like a couple of their players, especially Fly, being absent for a long time.
I'm looking at them for the reason that they were so dominant when they were playing in Heroes of New Earth, and when they switched to Dota 2, they had a real struggle for a very long time. They were weak, like teams. Everyone would just take them as free win pretty much.
Yep.
But then they won DreamHack Valencia, and after that, it all just let loose. They won everything. Like they participated in so many different things and had amazing results. And since then, I feel that even if they're at a gap now, I feel that they are a strong team that you should definitely be fearful of.
Oh, definitely.
But right now, it is ups and downs for them. So
yeah, they find their rhythm back. Like they've been boot camping for 2 weeks, so it's going to be interesting to see the full extent of just what that's done to them.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see how the boot camp affects.
Something which is also very interesting to see is our lovely hostess, and we'll hand back to her right now. Back to you, Zoe.
Thank you so much, Toby. And now we once more going to have one of our awesome introduction videos. We're going to start off with the Evil Geniuses.
Our first opponent going to the match is going to be Flip.Sid3, and we actually played them first at DreamHack. The last DreamHack we went to. So they're one of those teams that we don't know what to expect from. We don't know what to expect from them a lot of the times. They can play really, really well sometimes, and then they're just a huge wildcard team. But I don't know what to expect of them. I haven't seen them play much recently, but I know they have a lot of old school names and a lot of talent.
They're an unpredictable team. The last time we did meet was at DreamHack, and this time around, I'm sure that they've had quality practice, being sponsored and all now as well. It's really hard to say. We'll play our best and hope for the best.
I think the obvious challenges for us are going to be Mousesports and Fnatic. I think Mousesports and Fnatic, they're just like the two obvious ones. They're the two pro teams, the big pro teams here at the tournament. They've been playing really well recently, especially Mousesports. They've got into Valencia, they just won the D2L for that, and they've just been playing really well. And Fnatic is the same story, they've been playing super well. And both these teams are really good on LAN.
And now I have Fear joining me here for the pre-game interview. So we just heard you guys saying it yourself. They are unpredictable. They might have some aces up in their sleeves. What do you think you can expect from them? As if you look at results, lately Flip.Sid3 hasn't been really on the top of their game.
Well, Flip.Sid3, they have a lot of players that I know and I respect a lot, so I don't know what to expect from them entirely. We kind of know what their roles and who plays what, but like I said, I have a lot of respect for them, so it's going to be a tough challenge ahead of us.
So I just assume you watched the other videos we showed today as well, and we heard some of the teams like e.sports, for example, saying they're not going to play anything crazy. They're not going to throw it, as this is a single elimination tournament. How about you guys? Are you feeling comfortable with going a bit crazy every now and then, or will you also go for a very standard safe game?
We're just going to play our own game, but we're never afraid to try new crazy heroes out if they fit the situation. So, I don't know, it depends on how the draft we'll see how the draft kind of forms out, but we're just going to play our own style for the most part, nothing too crazy, but maybe we'll get a crazy hero here and there. Who knows?
Good. Well, we will know anytime soon. So thanks very much for taking the time for the interview. And of course, we have a second team as well. And of course, I'm talking about a Flip.Side. So let's see what they have to say.
Our first opponent is EG, and we know they're really good, so we have gonna have a tough match beating them, but I think we can do it. I think their biggest weakness is them relying heavily on Fear to carry them, and if we can somehow shut down Fear, I think we have a really good chance to take the game. Right now, I think we rely heavily on winning our solo lanes, so our key lanes is like our 2 solos, and then trying to get out well from them, and then not losing our tri lane. We have been preparing the last week because of 2 people being on summer vacation and stuff. So, but we have a really good mindset, and we just want to like have fun and play our best. Right now, our team's playstyle is like a controlled madness, I think. So, if we can somehow channel that, then it would be really good for us. I think we can win EMS if we can somehow get our strats going and come together as a team and be strong. So.
And now I have Miracle joining me here for a quick interview before the match is actually starting. You guys have been in the spring finals already as well, which is not so long ago, and you actually went into the semi-finals, unfortunately going out against Roxkiss, I believe it was right there. How do you feel in this tournament? Do you think EG is going to be a hard one to beat, or are you actually happy with how the brackets turned out?
I think we were pretty unlucky with the bracket, but we will do what we can, and hopefully it's enough.
So you say you reckon you're unlucky with it. Who would you have rather had?
Anyone, yeah.
All right, fair enough. So we, of course, wish you good luck against EG. We're very looking forward to see the games. And I just want to check very quickly if the audience is still alive. Are you guys still with us? Good, they are. And we can't wait to head into the next game. So for that, once more, we're going to head over to our lovely casters, Wagamama and Toby1.
Thank you very much, Zoe. We are back, myself, Toby1, and Wagamama.
Of course.
We are here for Flip.Side, game number 1 up against EG.
Yeah, and Flip.Side doesn't sound like they're too happy about being matched up against EG.
It's like anyone. It's like we'll take Fnatic, we'll Mouseboards, anybody but EG. It's a lot of respect to EG.
That is a lot of respect.
Yeah, considering like
maybe it's a psych.
Maybe it is. Maybe this is like we give them respect, but we destroy them at exactly the same time.
Like, oh, you guys are so good, and then all of a sudden,
it's crocodile tears, man. Yeah. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Well, that's what it's all about, man.
Either it's a trap or they are pretty unfortunate. But at any rate, we're gonna have an interesting time casting this game as soon as we have our players joining in on the game. So, gonna have to fill that one up.
Yeah, they'll come in when they're ready.
Yeah,
they'll come in when they're ready.
They don't have too much time right before the game to set up, so it's of course they get in as soon as they can.
Yeah, they did have some decent time. Like I think they've been there for like 10-15 minutes trying to check out some different things, but you've still got to get yourself like settled and get yourself all comfortable when you play. Get your keyboard the right level.
You got to get everything settled as soon as you get on a new PC when you're playing. Games like Dota, you got to make sure that everything is correct. Your Dota settings, your hotkeys, your mouse. If you even have, some mouse and keyboards have binds in them, like everything. You got to make sure that you are comfortable.
Love watching the Quake players.
Yeah.
Wish Quake was still around.
Yeah.
But the Quake guys, when they would go to an event, they put the keyboard on their leg because at least then it was a consistent height for their keyboard.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a table going up and down.
Exactly.
Anyway, we should probably look at the teams. So our boys from EG, think there's more muscles in that team than almost Fnatic. I say almost.
I don't think so.
I say almost.
Nah, they're pushing their muscles a lot here. I don't think Fnatic are flexing too much.
They've got Zoro in their team. Like you can see him right there with the flowing locks.
Antonio Banderas of the event.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me, man. I used to remember him with short hair, you know, from the old Star Ladder.
I remember back when he was like the old mouse sports kind of guy. Like he was like crazy Broodmother on the off lane. It was... That's what it used to be, but
he's
now
so grown up now.
No, he's changed. He's changed. The scene's developed, and then we look at these guys. Like these guys have been around for a very, very long time. Because
Miguel, Mania, and of course Miracle, as well as Rise. All these players are super experienced Dota players.
Yeah, the only one you'd probably throw in there is saying like Unicorn is.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more newer to the scene.
He's newer, but he's by no means a newbie to the professional scene as well. He's also been here for quite some time now. But, I mean, Mania and Miguel, it's hard to compete with the experience they have playing back in the MYM days of Dota 1. That's when you know that you're old.
Yeah, yeah. When you can look through, like, frag videos from 2006, 2007, and your name starts like, appearing there.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, how many of these guys have been around since the very, very beginning?
In the old part of the Dota scene.
Yeah.
But one guy who's actually old already is Kuro, because he's, you know, he was actually back in those days playing already.
Yeah.
But he was like 13 years old when he started playing professionally. So he's one of the younger old players, so to say.
Yeah. The younger generation, which is now the older generation at the age of like 20 or something. It's.
I actually don't know how old he is right now.
I also don't know.
I don't remember.
There'll be someone in the chat who basically stalks his life.
They probably know everything about him.
Yeah. Well, Kuro's got like huge fans everywhere.
Well, of course, he's, you know, even back then he was a brilliant player playing in many different teams. So, of course, he will have so many fans world over. And I think all of his fans are pretty happy with him being in Na'Vi nowadays.
Yeah.
That switch around.
Then again, like, we do have his old team here. And the team wouldn't be where it is if Kuro didn't leave. They would never have probably picked up Synderen. They'll probably be the full 5 German team.
It would be a different team for sure.
And the team would be disbanded because it would be 4 or 5 Germans.
4 or 5 Germans. It has to disband.
Yep.
Now they have the glue.
Yeah. Now they got the glue.
Yeah. That's your glue theory. That every team needs a Dane.
Yep. Every team needs a Dane. Yeah. Every team needs a Dane.
Damn, I didn't have a Dane in my team.
Unless it's an all-Swedish lineup.
I should have thought about bringing in a Dane.
Yeah, you should have, man.
Damn.
If it's an all-Swedish lineup, you can get away with it, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, Alliance.
Yeah.
All Swedish, and those guys will never break apart. Never break apart.
No, probably not. It's pretty different when you have, like, everyone from the same country. You can have this... Loda was talking about it as well. You can talk in Swedish. It's much more local, you know.
Yeah, everything's a lot more fluent. And these guys have known each other for a very, very long time as well.
I mean, players like, if you look at Kuro, who played in international teams since he was 13, you know, or around that age, then you don't have any problem at all, and it's just as natural to you to speak English as Swedish. Yeah. But to some players, it is more comfortable to be in your native language. And there we have Era, who also has no problem with English. We really run out of stuff to talk about right now.
He has a lot of other problems, man. He has a lot of other problems.
He does.
That would give us a huge list of things to talk about.
Oh, yes. Jesus. And it looks like at least Flip.Sid is 80% ready. That's always something.
I'm just spamming him up inside the game, too, so we can get him in. As we're just like over the shoulder. Practice your Alchemist.
No. Practice that Alch.
Oh, so it looks like JO, there's actually some problems on the EG side of the deck.
Yeah.
Again, there's some kind of sound issue because when everybody pulls their stuff in and out of everything. Actually, I remember there's this wonderful story from the International 1, actually.
Yeah.
When, for all those guys that attended the International 1, on the first day, they had the group stages all played out, and there was 5 racks of computers.
Yeah.
So you had 6 games going at one time, 1 on the main stage and 5 down the pits.
Exactly.
And what they wanted to do was actually have these extension USB cables that would go up to the top of the table. So people would just like plug in and unplug. It still caused issues, but that's what they wanted to have done. So we walked into like a local German store and said, okay, how many of these are we going to need? Well, the distance is this. So you just walk into like a local hardware store with Valve and a Valve credit card and just like, okay, we need 400 USB extension cables. And they're like, we have 10 over there. That was it.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys expected at that point, but
it was just wishing, hoping, thinking, praying, man. it wasn't that much thought to it. It was, we kind of need this. We kind of need to make this. So yeah, we were hopeful. We're only missing one player from each team now, by the way. So we're missing Chuckles, also known as Beaters, from EG.
Why are you calling him Chuckles?
Because that was his nickname.
That was his nickname?
Yeah,
when?
He even renamed his name to Chuckles.
When?
During DreamHack Winter.
Oh, was it actually?
Yeah, DreamHack Winter. So two DreamHack big events ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was during DreamHack Winter because he would just sit there and just chuckle the entire time. So we called him Chuckles.
Oh, he is a pretty happy guy.
He is. Yeah. He's a very happy guy. You can basically say, bad, nice feed. And be like, yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Everybody laugh, everybody smile. Always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, you don't want to mock him too much now that he has Antonio Banderas on his team. He will mess you up.
And it's like all of a sudden there's a Z carved in the Dota map. What the hell is with this?
Yes.
Except it can't be. That has to be like a B for bamboo.
Maybe we'll draw one for you on the min-map. You should have requested that.
I don't need a request.
He looks very happy right now.
Yeah. Then
smirking.
He's here in Poland at the EMS 1 LAN finals, having a great time with his teammates.
That's true. That's true.
And he's got obviously Melk being a comedian behind him.
Yeah.
So what else does he need?
Yeah, Melk, of course. He knows. We did talk about it earlier that Melk, he has some insight on the enemy team as they are playing against former teammates of Melk. And
well, you're actually seeing him behind. Like I don't know if you saw, but the suit jacket which went past was Melk. So he's moving up. He's like having a bit of a chat too. Yeah, we're talking about you. Hey, hi. Like moving between the two different teams. Obviously, referees have to like kick him to his side when the draft begins.
No cheating.
Yeah, because Melk is shady. It's a good thing you can't hear us too.
Yeah, because
he just knows that we're talking about him.
Yeah, he looks very confused right now.
Yeah, manager doing everything he possibly can for his team.
Baya was behind his team the entire time though. He, I guess no one wanted to shove away Baya from behind his Serbians.
No one would ever take him away from his Serbians.
No, that is true. He has to be there.
Yeah. There's no reason why coaches can't be with their
Rice,
teams.
that is one too many of those space bars on your name.
What?
Of course, the stream doesn't see it right now, but Rice feeling a little bit special.
Yeah.
He is a little bit special.
Well,
confirmed.
These guys have been around so long, like the whole like the different names we could just get out of it in Warcraft 3.
He's
with the different colors at one point.
Oh, you love when people have different colors on their names and stuff. I wish they would implement that in Dota 2, so you can, you know, have some creative rainbow-colored names.
We wish they'd implement a lot of things in Dota 2. I'm still waiting for my custom map so I can build Helm's Deep. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who wants Helm's Deep when you can have Punch Wars? Like,
ooh.
There's gonna be Punch Wars at some point in Dota 2. There should be.
Oh,
like, there has to be.
Yeah.
And
it'd be
then
like,
they
also the most bought custom map in history.
It would be. It would be so played. And imagine that stuff in Dota 2.
Yeah.
It would be smooth, man.
I would spend my entire life savings on custom maps.
I would almost go as far as saying that...
That's if they're sold.
Yeah.
I should say if they're sold. Yes.
I would almost go as far as saying that if they do custom maps for Dota 2, that will almost be as big as Dota 2 itself.
Yep.
Because custom maps is how Warcraft 3 got so insanely big on
It's how Dota was created.
Exactly. That is the history of Dota.
Dota has been an evolution over so much time. Through the original times back in Brute War of StarCraft, and then transferring through into the Warcraft 3 engine, and now to its glorious position in the hands of Valve and Dota 2.
Yeah, I played Dota as earliest back in the early versions of Reign of Chaos, which was so long ago that you could barely call it Dota. It was a completely different map. Almost none, I believe none of the heroes actually existed back then. But they had a hero who was very nice. He had Terrorblade's ulti, Furion's TP, Finger of Death, and Scream of Pain. The hero was legit, man. Totally balanced.
That's so not balanced.
And on the other hand, they had a hero who only had 2 inventory slots. So the game has become a lot more balanced, people. If you want to whine about, you know, feeling that someone is OP, then...
Well, even the current state of the meta, like, there's no hero you say is imbalanced. Like, a lot of people will ban out a Wisp, but a lot of teams have also played strategies which completely counter a Wisp. You ban an OD, but there's other strategies to actually counter the OD in mid. You just got to get the right ones in.
It's most often not about the hero being OP, and it's more about the hero fitting very well or absurdly well to the style that people want to run today. Like, we talk about push and turtle and all of that, but that's not really a good way to describe how Dota is being played. It's more about how you proceed in the game, and some heroes fit very well for certain things. So it's mostly about that. That's why some of the heroes don't get nerfed as hard as we feel that they should be, but then a month later, then I played it all and nothing happened. You know, no one touched them. And then you have nothing to say. It's like, yeah, well, you know, Tree was one of those heroes who was played a lot even before they changed him too much. And then all of a sudden, you know, they changed him even more. And people are like, oh, damn, now he's really good.
And then they changed it back a little bit.
Yeah, they changed him back a little bit. And now he's probably good, you know.
He's balanced. He's a balanced hero. And Living Armor is obviously still a pain in the absolute ass. But the combinations which you can use against it now are, like, people learned that all you got to do is just have a whole bunch of people beating in the crap out of him. You only got 4 instances at level 1. You can just destroy whoever you're going on.
Yeah, of course.
So you just come in force and go force by force by force, lane by lane by lane.
It's just like the small skirmishes where it's really strong, or when you have one-on-one scenarios where it's ridiculously strong. But it's an interesting thing this about Dota, which hero is popular, which is not. Oh, we actually filled up the game now, so we can probably proceed into Dota.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, the players will get started shortly.
I want to give a big shout out to Unicorn as well for searching on the latest news. Everyone joined Dota.
Yeah.
Saw it on his screen. I'm just like, well done, man.
You feeling good? Getting that view?
Good choices.
Good view.
Good choices. Obviously playing in Focus Sunstrike.
Yeah.
Good choices in life.
That plug.
Of course, it was the place where everybody came for all the like. Of course, you go to RaidCall-EMS1.com, but you could have also cut the JD.
But
it's an amazing place, man. We did all your coverage for the cups and group stages from there.
You can also come to Sweden. It's a great place.
Yeah.
We got
check out all the great studios.
We got Sweden.
You got Sweden. Well, you just got the entire country.
Yeah, we got Sweden. It's good. We have forest and a little bit of forest.
A little bit of forest.
And then we have the Sami people.
It's
who
very
live
very green forest.
Yeah.
You know there's a Swedish player called Forest.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Nip.
Because we have forest. Yeah, CS.
Yeah. Hey, I know what you're talking about.
NIP, strong team.
Yeah.
So let's see if any of these teams are feeling ready anytime soon.
Jo says they're ready. We just need a go from the boys from Flip.Side. And then we're good to go. Fierce says go. I'm still not seeing something from Flip.Side.
Oh, we actually have Kuroki here. I didn't see that.
Yeah. He's German.
Yeah, well.
Casting. Obviously.
He's German. Yeah, he's German. But
sorry, welcome to Mr. Obvious.
Nice observation, Toby.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Oh, he's German, of course he's here.
Yes.
Then where's Hexo?
In Poland.
Where's Hexo?
Recording his latest video.
That's probably true.
Yeah. It's beautiful. All right. So, ready? Flip.Side? Question mark. Ready? I think we're good to go. And we can get ourselves finally into this game. So yeah, we're actually gonna we're good and rolling. We're good and rolling. We're gonna launch up the game. So we're actually starting up just the same time as our social kids were getting all ready to rock and rumble. Thought they would save us. Thought they would save us. 10 minutes too late.
Yeah. Nice thought though.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Awesome. So, game time, man. Game time.
Yeah, let's
finally,
get into this.
Finally, we're going to get into game time and we can start to see our draft unfold and see just who wants to play hardball. Because I'm wondering if right now Flip.Side go, well, okay, if we give EG a lot of respect, how about we just try and completely screw with the draft? They said during their interviews they love having label kind of like team. So I'm interested to see if Mania wants to go a little bit out of the box in this draft.
Yeah, it's definitely there as an option for him to play a little bit more crazy, I feel. But that's always what I feel when I see a team that is rated underdog against a team like EG or Mouse Fnatic, like a strong and recognizable team. Then I always want to see the underdog do the shifty stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But it's always beautiful as well, seeing underdog team just perform really well, play up straight Dota and just win.
Yep.
But it is going to be hard for them as they have the... In this case, I don't even dare say that they have less experience because they have all these players in the team. So I won't go there against Flip.Side's player.
In fact, if you took experience in years from each of the teams,
I think they would win.
Flip.Side would win.
They would win that.
Actually, quite clearly over EG. Fear's been around for a very, very long time, but the rest of them have been rather young to the scene.
For the competitive Dota 1 scene, I mean, these names are not unfamiliar. Miracle and Mania, even Rise.
The only one is Unicorn.
Yeah.
The only one is Unicorn, which is newish.
So we see the first pick, of course, for EG. They removed out the Doxy, and then they remove out the Tree and Protector. And Wisp being removed out first by Mania, he knows he has second pick. He doesn't want to wait with the Wisp ban because then it's obvious he will do it. And now he has his choice for what he wants to remove after this.
I'm actually wondering why it's obvious he'll do it, because like right now, Bad Rider Wisp, okay, we're going to go standard from him, but see, I wouldn't be that fearful of giving the Wisp over to EG.
It's always, even if your enemy team doesn't play it too often, it's always scary to leave the Wisp in there unless you know that you get really sick trades for it.
Yeah.
Like, you really need to know that you have a team that plays good against a Wisp and that you're comfortable against the Wisp, because it forces you into a really weird playstyle. We saw this over at G1 League, how the Chinese team did not consider the hero worthy banning against Alliance, for example.
Yeah.
And yeah, they reconsidered that afterwards.
But it's because they also didn't know how to play against it. That's the one thing I was talking about before, where
even if
I'm seeing more and more EU teams, they're finding different heroes who are very, very stable. They can be out by themselves and not care about a Wisp coming in at them.
Yeah,
like we're seeing the resurgence of Morphling, Naga Siren, we're seeing these different heroes coming together.
Even with that knowledge of how to play against the Wisp, it still forces you into a scenario which is very weird. And basically, as soon as the Wisp hits level 6, you have to play pretty much 5-man Dota. And Demon yawning some during the draft.
Yeah.
He's a little bit uninterested in this.
He's very interested. Actually, Demon used to be, like, if you go back like 6 months or so, you talked about Demon about drafts, like, Mel takes care of it. And now it's this, like, you talk to him about the draft, he's like, no, I want to be involved. I like listening. I like being involved in this whole thing. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's great. That's great. He made a effort to learn and understand the draft, not just his role in the grand scheme of things.
The draft is a very big part of Dota, and we see Nyx being picked up first by Fear, and we will see the Nature's Prophet. It is a strong and popular, and the Caudle. That is some annoying heroes to play against.
First time the Keeper of the Light actually got into the picks. Yeah. It was banned, I believe, once or maybe twice in this competition.
It was banned when Imaginary Gaming did their push strats. They banned it out. But yeah, having these two heroes, for anyone who doesn't see the obvious here, that when you have level 6 on that Caudle, then you have an amazing talent to just split push everywhere and suddenly bring your entire team to another part of the map. And that can not only be about the split pushing, but about how the towers just disappear from you. So EG, their first pick is a great hero against Caudle for sure.
Yep.
Like, you have the Carapace, you can stun up the Caudle even when he uses his ulti. And you can catch him out and kill him. And he's also good against Nature's Prophet. And then they combine it up with another hero that has seen some great success at this LAN. I believe Visage hasn't lost a game. Has he?
I don't know. Statsman Ryan can help us out with that one.
Statsman Ryan, you would have to back us up on that one. But I believe I've seen 3 wins from Visage at least. And I don't believe that the 4th game was a game where the losers had Visage.
We know Mousesports won both their games with it.
True. And then we watched the Serbs play it in the 2nd game at least, when they had Alchemist. And in the first game, they were running Anti-Mage along with... yeah, it's actually true. He has 100% win still.
Yeah, beautiful. Didn't even need Statsman Ryan. We're good. Fantastic. So yeah, Caudle Prophet. Visage Nix. So we go through our banning stage. Fierce still thinks Flip.Side are going to be looking at an SD as far as their selections. Yeah, I wouldn't be quite sure about that one. You've already got your hero like a Keeper of the Light, Prophet for your off lane, which is basically an assumption, but probably a correct one.
Yeah.
I would say the SD is because Fierce thinking this is an aggressive tri lane from Flip.Side.
Yeah, he wants to get rid of that possibility, but even with that thinking, I think he could... he's only scared because of the Furion. Because else he wouldn't be scared of any tri lane when he has Nyx and Visage. But he is being careful here, not giving too strong tri-laners, and we see that by removing the Naga Siren, who is a really strong tri-laner as well. So he's being very careful about getting caught on some 4 versus 3 action in the early game.
Yeah.
And that's probably a wise move. That's where they could lose too much too early. And Alchemist being banned out, he has been played some here as well at the LAN. He's a very effective hero for both the teams, I feel, with the heroes to have.
Anything works with the Keeper of the Light, really, when you think about him.
Yeah.
He's an enabler for any kind of lane you want to run. And of course, right now, like even if they want to, they could add the PL.
I did say that I pick PL sometimes and make me go but sometimes you gotta go PL, you know.
Yeah.
It's not about being fun always. It's about winning.
And then you switch the next assassin to a solo mid and pick up an Earthshaker.
Yeah. That would be possible.
Or a Medusa. With the way her ulti changed.
Toby strats.
Yeah.
Medusa's ulti is actually really legit now.
Yeah. But no one's using it just yet.
No.
No one's using it just yet, but
Not
you
quite.
give it time, man. It's just like Pudge.
Yeah.
Pudge will be making a comeback once everybody really, truly understands how his strength gain is buffed and then how they can use that.
I believe people would be offended if you called Medusa similar to Pudge. She's not fat.
I'm not, obviously not.
And we see
Medusa is a slender siren.
We see slender siren. And we see Weaver being drafted again here. And that probably is going to be an offlane Weaver, but we can't really be sure about it, which would change our Furion lane.
Yeah, because that puts him into the jungle, or we look into a mid-solo. We go like Hani style.
They have done mid-solo Furion back in the days. I know about that. Miguel has played it before. Back when he was playing always mid, he liked doing it. But I don't know what they want to do this game. We will have to wait until we see at least one more pick coming out from them. But Demon or Fair doing the draft for EG here. Interested to see if he wants to pick up one of his solo laners now, if he's going to reveal the carry for this game. This is the scenario where you can even steal the PL if you want, if you really don't want to play against Caudle as well as PL, but I feel he should probably not steal it, because it's just too much blast, and there's going to be a Tinker. That's a nice pickup. I enjoy seeing this hero. Always fun.
If you're going to get split pushed, what do you get? The biggest hero that's a pain in the ass that you just cannot stop.
It's a clever pickup because there are not a single reliable stun on Flip.Side yet.
But what they do have is a hero that can run straight through the March Machines and then get back out again in a better position and back to his full life, which is the Weaver. And we get the Earthshaker, but from the different team. It belongs now to Flip.Side.
Earthshaker has amazingly long initiation range, so he could catch out the Tinker if he doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet.
This is an aggressive tri lane.
Yeah, it could most definitely be. And there's the Anti-Mage. But going aggressive tri lane against that with the Fury.
Hang on. Whoa. There's applause for an Anti-Mage pick.
I don't know. We have those people in our
What world are we in here? I don't understand this.
You should see them if they pick the PL.
So, Anti-Mage and PL, they're like, yes, no fun. No fun.
Maybe we'll see a counter PL here after the bans as well. But let's see.
I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm actually feeling Caudle ES long lane here from Flip.Side.
It could be a standard, I would say a casual dual lane off lane. It's doable, but against an AM, you don't really deny him too much.
I'm thinking range damage right now.
Yeah.
It was very similar to a lane that IG used to run. And it was with the Keeper of the Light, the Earthshaker, and I believe we even had a European modification of it with the Windrunner. So what you'd be able to do is the Earthshaker would hit his fissure, by enough time for the Keeper of the Light to let off the Illuminate, you'd probably throw a Shackle, and then you go Power Shot, and you can kill off basically anybody before they have a chance to blink away.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful strategy, because the Earthshaker fissure is just so long.
It is.
And if you've got trouble in the bottom lane, you can always just creep block it down to your Ancient stack.
Yeah, you can. And that's a really abusive little thing you can do. It's one of those gimmicks.
It's legit.
It's legit. It's legit. We won't hate on anyone for doing it.
Actually, did we
Broodmother being banned out.
Did we talk about that actually when we first got here?
No,
I remember I
not.
talked about it recently with somebody, and we said that it's a legit strat, it's not banned, but it's hardly done by any old players, because if it's, as a Dota 1 player, you knew that blocking something with a fissure was just wrong.
Yeah, and that was actually banned by every tournament to do gimmicky stuff like that.
Yeah, because you used to be able to, like, you put a fissure across the creep camp, like spawn, and then all of a sudden you're like...
I think that the reason that we have a different policy now is because now that Dota 2 is, you know, along with Valve, and it's not just IceFrog developing it, we now hold them to a higher standard. So, you know, if something is broken, then fix it.
Yeah.
Basically, back in Dota 1, we were like, oh shit, it's imbalanced to have 5 Necronomicons. Let's just be allowed to buy 2, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And limit to 3 Scythe of Ice.
Exactly. We had hard-coded rules in Dota 1.
Or Gwynsu back in those days.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did see Broodmother being banned out by Flip.Sid3, so some fear for that counter-split push, even with Earthshaker on their team and Coddle. I feel that that was a very respectful ban, but DK gonna be banned out for Flip.Sid3, and I feel that's a really good ban by Fear, because if they get the DK, they can push really hard. They would need pretty much a solo hero now, so interesting to see what they're gonna pick up here first. And the offlaner for EG should be the last pick for their side after we see.
Unless they're considering the Tinker.
Yeah, they can also always run a safe lane hero and then go aggressive tri-lane. It is always doable.
So many different options in Dota.
So many different options, especially when you have flexible picks like the ones of these teams. And it's going to be a slog. These guys have always liked the slog since it was introduced in Dota 2 in the Captain's mode. Miguel has liked playing it.
It's such an aggressive style hero, and a beautiful hero up against a hero like a Tinker.
Yeah.
Like Tinker's jumping in and out all the time. Bounty will be the last selection off here from EG, and that's also a very nice selection. You got 2 heroes that can just disintegrate you from invis, so Slark as well as Weaver, and more than likely, you're going to see Unicorn Nature's Prophet having a Shadow Blade as well.
But both teams actually have 2 heroes that has innate invises that can destroy you. We also see Nyx and Gondor on the same team.
Yeah. But there's no proper counter Flip.Sid3, so we assume Game of Gems.
Normally, yeah, and Gem is very expensive nowadays as well. And here we see, again, the teams 0-0 right now.
It's game 1, man.
Everyone looks so serious.
Of our 3rd quarterfinal.
Everyone looks serious except for Beatus.
Because he's chuckles.
Just happy.
He's just chuckles. All right, so let's get ourselves into it, man. So it should be easy enough to work out our lanes, especially after EG. Like they have recently shuffled most of what they do.
They shuffle everything, man. Like Demon is back on off lane, and he bought a poor man's shield and sold it. He's like, on the other hand, I'm not getting stack. I'm not gonna buy that. And he does get a little bit of stack, but he prefers to buy even more. He gets a lot of stack, actually. So I guess he will go for the poor man's shield.
I don't know if you actually saw it too. Flip.Sid3, when they first came in, they switched roles.
Yeah, after the picks.
Yep.
Yeah.
As quickly as possible. So.
And we see Slark heading up to the top lane, actually. It's going to be a mid-Furion, I believe. He's built for it. They want to put the Slark against the Gondor, which is a great matchup for Slark with that 3rd skill of his Essence Shift. Going to be able to steal the stats of Gondor, and Gondor won't really be able to lane too easily, but both of them have poor man's shields, so it kind of evens out. Yeah. And it's aggressive trialing with the Weaver. Oh yeah, there's always that side, guys, if you want it. So it's about time, I think. But
let's hope for everyone's sake here it's going to be 14 days.
Bambo checking Roshan, and he's a little bit caught out. Bambo.
This is not good.
Oh,
Fish has
Bambo.
locked him in, and I think there's been a jinx right now. Bamboo turns around. It's a double stun for him. Back into the tree line. The Eluder being challenged up, and Amy will niggle him. 15 HP. He can't even do anything, and Mania will draw the first blood here.
Oh my. That is not something you want. You don't want to die against an aggressive tri-lane and dying to the carry as well on that lane.
Oh, we're looking good. We're looking good now. So, in the meantime, too, Demon's having some fun with Unicorn up here on the top lane. Already had looks like a couple of hits, but Demon wants to put the creep wave down.
Pretty nice damage being dealt here. They will actually probably get him.
Wait, Rise. You're really, really low there, Rise. But one more hit. Fear can't reach him. He can blink, and now he can reach him. One hit, second hit. Able to get some quick revenge.
And if Fear body blocked the Earthshaker, he could even have chased with the Nyx, but that's a big return kill they get there. Very cheap as well. 2 against 3, they just out-DPS them.
Yeah, they do, man.
They had the better positioning, and of course the slow of Visage is pretty good in the early game.
That's also a beautiful timing for Fear. In the position where he got that kill, he got all the experience himself.
Yeah.
He shared nothing with his team, so carry
Share
Fear.
nothing.
Sometimes you got to be greedy.
But take from them everything. Yes.
Rob from the rich and give to yourself.
Yes.
That's what it's about, man. And that way you can carry them through the hard times.
That it is. And now we see, since Rice is back down here on bottom lane, EG is actually doing a pull here, and it's going to be blocked up again, but there's still a sentry ward that can deward that immediately. It was actually dropped before the ward was even there.
In fact, when the creep wave comes in, it's just like, yep, cleaned it up.
Yeah. And mid lane, we see amazing CS so far by Furion, doing really good against this Tinker. It's 6 for 6.
It's kind of surprising considering like Tinker's that level 1 laser and 100% miss chance, and you can still pick him up.
Not precisely. I think one of the beautiful things that Miguel really likes about the solo mid Furion is that he has amazing animation. Like, out of all the ranged heroes in Dota 2, there are few that has better animation than Furion. And then you have the Treants, of course, which he is using really well now, just putting them on Tinker. And he basically has free time on the lane while he's pushing back. And he always has more damage than Tinker. Even with him being lasered, he still has that 60 damage, or 66, from his free Treants. So he should be able to last it really well here.
Oh, Fear, not having a fantastic time, but it's better than nothing. 8 for 1 on this bottom lane up against the 9 for 4 of Mania.
Yeah, and the pull was dewarded, and another pull is made by Bamboo here. He wants to get some levels, especially after dying there in the first little Roshan check. I feel for him, man. He had to go out there and check Roshan for his team, and then he gets all the blame for dying like this.
Sacrificial lamb is all it really was, wasn't it?
It's ungrateful.
But then again, he possibly could have walked out there with Spike Carapace.
They should be able to steal this Centaur. It's a pretty big thing.
They might be able to steal Miracle right now because he just got Grave Chilled up. Lumen's going to hit nicely, but that means Soul Assumption charges and Fear right behind him. He's still going to blink available, so one more hit and he can blink for the last hit if he can't reach him. And there goes the blink, but now Miracle. He goes down. Fear still taking a lot of damage there. And when he gets a little bit of help from Mania, Fear's able to just get the kill. But they juked him around so long that was able to get a rebuttal. And now Mania, Shikuchi got to go. Can't get it in time. He tried to salve up.
They haven't on the stun even, but it's pretty long cooldown.
1 second.
They're going to go. They got
1 second. They've got him. Off to the side, Beaters, and now Prophet going to TP in. Miguel's going to join this bottom lane.
Oh, the Fisher.
They create a set of trees. He's actually body blocking up right now and body blocking the wrong people, but
8
still.
8 kills already,
Weaver
man.
gets it.
8 kills in 3.5 minutes.
Man, these guys know how to play Dotas.
Yeah, they know. This is aggressive play all over the place.
Wow, really? That didn't leash? Unicorn is like hopped in right next to Demon's like, yep, okay.
Just passing by.
Little Australian fish. Bottom lane, Fear. So he got hit again by an Earthshaker fissure. These fissures are never ending. That's the beauty. That's what I was talking about before with the Keeper of the Light. He is such an enabler.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what lane you want to try and run, how much mana you've got. It's just, you got that chakra in your lane and it can just keep going. Like he went 2-point chakra, 1-point illuminate. Even realizing his illuminate damage, it's not even important for him.
Yeah, and on his top lane, I would say that Unicorn would really need a Sentry to be able to win this lane much harder, because he could zone out the Gondor or just go on him all the time. But with Demon being able to rely on his Invis to just lane here, they're actually tied dead even here for last hits. So he's having a great time up there, Demon that is.
There's finally that leash from Unicorn, but man, Unicorn's forced back so far. And now he's got Bottle.
Nyx, a little
Perfect
bit far
timing.
out.
Yeah, Bamboo. You can see that Illuminate fly. And Fissure. Well, the
at
Fissure
that
will
range.
connect to Mania. Shikuchi in 1 second time. And there it goes. At the same time, Beaters, he's locked into a corner, but then Miracle doesn't want to be in there. There's too much damage with that Soul Assumption. And now he's on the run here. Weaver does kill off the Nyx Assassin, but at the price of the Earthshaker.
Beaters just mans up. He has his creeps with him. He doesn't need any friends. He just has his creeps, you know. So, yeah.
1 for 1. Support for support. 5 for 5.
5 for 5. This game going about as even as it possibly could. Even the mid lane we see is it's actually pretty even now. But Furion has fallen behind now because he left for the bottom lane very early on there, and it always costs you something. Tinker is actually doing really well for last hits now.
Man, Fear's been so over-aggressive. He knows while the ES Fissure is there, they can't control him. They just have so much fun with it. Now Unicorn wants to go on Demon, but so difficult to do so when you can't see your own target.
Yeah. And he just keeps spamming these fissures. He knows that Fear has a Ring of Health and a Salve, but he doesn't care. He wants to get rid of all that region.
Yeah.
And
all the supports need to do is do that. Then Mania can just also harass him down, keep him as low as possible, and then life is good. Yeah. It's like JO's going to be able to steal up an Invis rune, and he will be heading bottom lane.
And
so look for a pick-off here. There was no Observer Ward for the Dire side that really saw that, but they're going to realize that mid hasn't come back.
Yeah, they know they went down there, so placing down a Sentry Ward.
Oh,
they actually saw
that Observer Ward just in here, isn't it?
Yeah, they saw him. So Bounty Hunter, I feel the dangerous part now is going to be if they fight here on bottom lane, then Gondar will come in and track people. They're going to have to be careful about that. Oh, top.
Yeah, Unicorn. Looks like he's getting a pick up on Demon. If Demon couldn't get back into Invis in time.
He would need more points in Dark Pact to be able to actually kill him there. I like the max pounds in almost every scenario, but on this lane, he has no chance of killing Demon with no True Sight and no high levels in Dark Pact. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And even putting more points in Essence Shift, if you're laning against someone straight up like this for 7 minutes, it can be really, really good to put several points in that. But it's all about contributing bottom.
Fear. Again, this time with a Prophet ulti though. I don't think he was really ready for that extra damage. And now backed into a corner. Time lapse out from Mania. Bamboo right next to him. Rockets will fly once they realize Tinker's still down here.
Yeah, and Demon just staying up here on the top for now because he doesn't want to TP down unless he knows it's a fight. It has to be committed already. And we see a Hand of Midas recipe bought up by Miggle on the Soul Mid Furion. And another trade on top, but same this time. There's no way to kill him. He has a 10 stick and he has a bottle. And he's actually
Stun, Dust, Mania. Now he's in trouble. He used his time lapse before, so he can't use it again. 4 seconds on Chikuchi. Won't have time for that one. Illuminate, Fissure, Miracle. Able to get us on all 3 of them. But then Soul Assumption, no extra Grave Chill, but he drops down half of his normal life points with just that one Soul Assumption.
Attempt mid. And let's see how good his Sixth Sense is. Oh, it's pretty good. He's backing already. This is just good experience. Let's see if he actually backs out completely here.
He's in range
now. He actually sees him.
I think he's in range at the tower.
Nice mana pause as well. Like, Zach, I just gotta take a screenshot of you standing here.
It's a highlight moment, man. It's a highlight moment.
Demon? Demon is looking pretty happy on the screen right now. He's like, yeah.
It's like, no, man, the towers can't see that far. Weren't they not nerfed like Sentry Wards?
Oh. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bit funny. But he did back out really well even before Demon revealed himself at all. But then Demon ran a little bit too far into the tower range here. But, just nice reaction there.
All right. Everyone's good. Everyone's ready. And we get ourselves back into the game. And Demon, well, that's the reason why we want to do it with those rockets flying into the mid too.
He will be denying the top rune. He should be with the... Oh, he doesn't do it with Furion. Sloppy.
So Demon takes the haste rune?
Yeah, haste rune to a Gondor is not something you want to give away like that. That means that someone probably should die, actually. Like mid or bottom is going to be in danger.
If he went north just then, he would have popped the haste rune and taken the courier.
Yeah. And that would not have made Stark any happy. But
he wants middle, though.
He can go for this mid. If he went from behind, I believe he could actually have killed it.
Yeah, Jo was very aggressive there. He forced him further back past the tower with that movement.
Yeah. The entire Midas is finished up now on Furion. He has it in his stash.
Oh, Demon. Pop it. Oh, that would have...
Oh,
yeah, he saw it.
He knows
He saw it. He's on the hunt.
It's not that he knows. That he saw it. He just knew from the lane. He saw when he sent it back. Items delivered for the courier kill. And bottom lane, we saw initiation.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go again. Miracle. He doesn't have a fissure. He needs mana for a fissure. Mania needs time to time lapse, but there just is no time. Prophet Ollie will bounce through. Bamboo very low on life. And Fear, with all those bounces around, there's a lot of damage with that Soul Assumption over to Rise.
This aggressive lane is looking hard for them, man. Like, Anti-Mage is farming a lot on this bottom lane.
But that was all 5 players that came down there for that kill, like Unicorn and Miguel to get the T1 tower on top.
Exactly. It was a lot of rotation, and Furion will always punish you for sending too many to one place. And Tinker is nowhere close to travels yet. He's just up here by normal TP scroll.
Yep.
And he will stop this push though.
It's kind of crazy. Like he comes in, throws rockets, like level 1 rockets, so no one's even taking any damage from this thing anymore.
It's just the March really stopping everything here. 40 damage per robot is just so much damage.
Yeah.
You don't really stay in that. And this time Mania on the Weaver hasn't put a single point into Swarm, as we see players going for a little bit different builds on Weaver. One thing that everyone is agreed on is that Shikushi, you max it out. It's just so effective.
And everyone else can debate about the Gemini attack.
Yeah.
What is Bounty Hunter wearing that makes him look like he's purple? It's got to be something like his back area.
Well, he's purple player. There's that. And he's actually going to find...
Easy kill.
Yeah.
Very, very easy kill.
When Bounty Hunter gets to solo against another hero, and especially a melee or top lane.
Yeah, Bamboo. He's up here in Vendetta, looks for the stun, gets it on Miguel, and it'll be another track kill right now. So Demon gets a double kill off that, and then Bamboo. Well, the leash was there, but Unicorn just runs himself away.
Those cross-lane double kills, man. It's nice. But yeah, this is a very strong Gondor. He did not go for face boost this game. Actually going for power tread, so really switching a lot and using that magic wand and bottle just to regenerate more. And if you have this much movement around, it could be worth it. I still feel the Janata hit with a face boot can be so crazy. But it can definitely be worth it when he runs in with strength treads. He's so tanky. So this bottom lane has really lost momentum a little bit for Flip.Sid, but they have other things going for them. And the mana boots now finished up on the Earthshaker. That's pretty big, because now they have an endless supply of mana with Caudal and mana boots.
How many times do we get to freak out when we see Bounty Hunter's life points just drop because Unicorn initiates on him, or it's the other way around as well?
Yeah, I really feel they should have had a sentry up there on his lane. I feel this Bounty Hunter got too much.
Bamboo Vendetta looks for the stun, and he's going to get it too. Nice maneuverability there from Bamboo. Realized he can get that kill, and the Familiars were coming in just at the right time.
Yeah, and mid tower is deniable. They're pushing back with a Fury ulti.
Demon's staying in the neighborhood. Yeah. I think he wants to attempt it. JO's here as well. Yep, they're giving it a shot, and it's denied by the Weaver. Extra TP support's on the way, but there's no tracks up on the Invis heroes, so...
Yeah, big deny. Denying towers is really, really big in Dota. And nice snatch on the illusion rune as well. But meanwhile, Anti-Mage, while he doesn't have the free farm that normally Anti-Mage wants, he has been farming a lot. And the only, he's farming more than the Weaver. There's of course a Slark in the enemy team, but that's a timing window we are looking at. It's not that Slark is looking to carry, hard carry against the Anti-Mage, but Flip.Sid will keep on putting the aggression here. And I feel that Furion really, he got such a good start there, having 6 for 6 when the Tinker was 3 for 0. But he really, going down there on bottom lane just even once, he didn't get enough by doing so. So he fell behind a little bit. He should maybe have just stayed mid and controlled the Tinker even more. But it's hard to say. That bottom lane was chaotic.
Flip.Sid's doing a lot of pings for Roshan.
They are.
They could...
Both teams scouting it a whole lot. Like, Flip.Side should know that, EG are not attempting a Roshan on their own, but...
Yeah. Not unless, like, Demon's walking around with a Vladimir's offering, and then we'll consider it.
I think it's too early to go for any form of Roshan, because we almost have Travels now on Tinker. And if he can come in close, he could have had them now, because he's been in Fog of War for so long. If he comes in and just marches one, that Roshan attempt is over. Like, you have to back out.
It's a waste of time for you then.
Exactly. And you don't want to commit 5 heroes to doing it and then have to sack it again.
They're committing 4 heroes to this bottom lane. That's what they are doing. Run underneath the dire
it's all 5.
Sentry ward. Is now all 5?
Yeah. Furion joining up with his team.
And then instantly split push.
Instantly
Demon's pushing with Bamboo.
So Bamboo is pulling the creeps with the enemy pull camp. And,
I don't know if they're going to fully trade, man.
No, they're going to try and contest this for sure.
Fear's just trying to clean off most of this, the treants.
Bamboo has so much that he can do in this fight. Like, he has to really be on timing with his Spite Carapace, because he could potentially stop the Fissure or not stop the Fissure, but give a return stun to the Earthshaker. And when Earthshaker has ulti, it's very likely that before Blink Dagger, he Fissures first and runs in for an ulti. If you can stun him for just a second there, it's gonna make him a lot slower coming in. And then, of course, the Cuddle Blast, which is more obvious. It's a lot of things he could return.
Mania now. We're going to switch up in lanes. Mania's up on the top lane. They've moved the Slark, so...
This very aggressive dive looking to come in on bottom with Bambo going in behind. Bambo?
With an extra...
He just walks in.
Ooh.
It's not enough.
29, the Familiars. The Familiars. Bamboo's on the run out of here. I think the Familiars might be able to pick this one off, but Bamboo is going to get destroyed in the meantime.
They don't actually. So
there's a chase on top.
Chicken is careful. So Bamboo had a little bit of a Bamboo moment. Sadly didn't have enough for WoW. Close to landing the pounce, but it wouldn't have mattered too much.
It's fine for Bamboo.
It was very
He's a
close.
high-risk player.
Yeah, this was a very delayed travels, as he had such a hard time in the early game there against the tank or Furion, but he recovered really well afterwards. Because being 3 for 0 when your enemy is 6 for 6, then you're already at a poor state where you're pretty much being crushed in the first few waves. But he recovered and passed the Furion very fast after that. And for him, it's all about when he gets his Blink Dagger right now. He cannot split push all that much before he has Blink Dagger. He can TP to a Weaver lane, that's not too risky. There's not too many stunners that can be around, since there's only one guy really who can cancel his TP. And that's Earthshaker. He has to keep his eyes on that man. Bamboo looking to find something now.
He's going to find something too. High ground, which means he can stun up and then mana burn. Just waiting out a little bit longer so Dima can get in close. So there's already a track. Stun uphill. Nice Fissure. Completely blocks Demon out. The Sprout went down too, but Bounty and I still just need one more Shuri toss. Sentry Wars down. Oh, nice Echo. Wow, really?
They're diving still though.
Yeah,
even if it was a nice Echo, it's not going to change anything, it seems.
And it ended up just becoming a mini stun, which could have used the totem for.
Nature's Prophet does pick up alone.
And they're going to find Demon too. Putting off that dust.
These pounces, man. This time he pounced straight in the wrong direction to a target who has sprouted a little bit of a misplay there. But he now finds the Nyx.
He founds Bamboo.
Yeah.
Right underneath that Radiant Sentry Ward, but didn't matter at the end of the day.
Slark needs to find these kills. It's really important.
I'm not quite sure if Vitas is looking for a kill in this, because he's losing his entire life right now.
He does die very fast, so even more kills going the way of Slark here in the skirmishes.
Yeah. This is getting weird, man. It's getting weird.
This could be big. Like, Furion is going to TP mid again, and they can take this tower very easily. Well, he's not even going to TP there, I believe, because he has some cooldown still. Oh, they can TP to the Familiars. Tinker TPing up on the high ground.
Give one way to hold it, man. Miracle, low on life. Now he's going to go down. Visage kills him off. And they chase down Unicorn.
And Unicorn just jumps away saying, well, bye, Miracle. It was nice knowing you.
His last pounce, it gets to the high ground in a way.
Yeah, so Miguel now very close to finishing up his Shadow Blade, but we see Demon walking around here in the jungle, and Demon can easily solo kill him here. And he still has the potential of Tinker TPing him and helping him. So he is probably going to receive some help from the top lane. Or the Familiars even. It's going to be a TP on the Familiars.
There she comes.
This is such a nasty gang combo. Really nice little combo they have going here, EG. This is definitely something they prepared. And bottom lane.
Wow.
And that was a combination with the Nyx ulti.
So Fear as well as Nyx together, and Fear had to use his ulti as well. He used Mana Void to get the kill.
Exactly. They have that combined mana burn. Fear is very bad at burning mana though. Even at hit level 11, he's gone for more survivability, skilling stats, and leveling up the spell shield.
Oh, Demon.
Mids.
Too far out.
Yeah,
Shuri toss,
look
attacked,
at the birds,
tracked.
man. Look at the birds. He's not safe yet.
Yeah, they're coming in from the side.
Tinker wants to, but there's too many. But that's how risky it is to play against this strat. This is not a split pushing Tinker. This is a really attentive, like, ganking Tinker.
Wow. That was just made to look so easy. When you got a DD rune, everything looks so easy.
That's how it is, man.
He's able to snipe off the first person he found. Now he'll see Unicorn.
Yeah, he's actually...
He wants to do the same thing.
Oh, there's the Furion, and he's down there.
Prophet's a lot easier to kill. Meanwhile, Jo having some trouble.
So many track kills. Oh, nice ulti. Miracle cancelling him out.
Demon should go down right now. In fact, double kill for Unicorn.
Yeah, that is really big as well. But these track kills, man, I don't think Demon cares because he's level 13 and he has spin in 6 kills and 2 assists.
Yeah.
That is a lot of gold. He has 2.8k gold. And he already has drums, poor man shield, bottle, and treads. Like, it's not that he's been saving, he's just rich now.
Yep.
So they definitely need to be careful about how much this Gondor is finding. Flip.Side will find themselves falling behind if they don't stop it. So going 5 on bottom lane, this is a good way to control it, not going alone.
Bring on the Desolator, man. Bring
Yeah.
on the Deso. Not this Vlad stuff. Even though Animation does need it.
Yeah, the Vlad's is nice, man.
So tier 2 tower, now going to take a fall in favor of Flip.Side.
Yeah, Flip.Side was still dealing so fast damage when they go on a tower or a kill. They didn't really want to go on the Nyx there.
Even before EG can really rally the defenses, like Tinker came in pretty fast then. But like one Martial Machine's hit before the tower was dead.
Yeah. So now they have their Shadowblade finished up, BKB finished up on Slog. Looking pretty strong, and of course Slog knows where there is a ward. So he says, I was spotted here, there's a ward somewhere, D-ward it, go support us. That is a beautiful thing about his ulti, Slog revealing where the wards are.
Sometimes you're going to hate Slark on multiple angles.
Yeah.
It's going to be rush time. So when they go.
I'm not sure about if they will get this one for free though, because Tinker is close, he has Dagger, can easily get some nice marches going there.
Oh, Mania. Familiars, they've already brought down one. So got an extra stun, and now they realize there's a dire sentry ward here. And the Fissure wants to make sure they are held out as long as possible, but they didn't finish off Roshan yet. In fact, now it's Flip.Side that's bailing out.
Yeah, it's too scary going any further there when the entire of EG are close by, except for Anti-Mage, of course. You still don't want to go for a Roshan if you're 5v4. It's scary still.
Yep.
So Anti-Mage, he does have something flying out to him. It's his Yasha. So he has Battle for your Yasha minute 21. It's no shame in that. He has pretty good farm in this game. Considering he was against that aggressive trialing with a Furion, I would say he has really good farm. You always have to look at how the game was. For a complete free farm, this would be pretty low.
Yeah. But for him, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. He'll get there.
And they're gonna actually move back towards the Roshan, force the enemy there once more, it seems.
Problem is, EG have no way of knowing that. There's observers and sentry wards out for the Dire side, but not for the Radiant side. The only one they have is deeper up the lane up here.
They have their bird saying hi though. And
as if, oh yeah, they got the familiar scanning out.
Yeah, so they know about it. As soon as they go for it, they know about it. The bird has horrible vision, actually. He has the worst eyes in Dota, almost.
He has to fly over the top of it.
He has to pretty much fly in and say, hi, how are you doing, Roshan? And every single time, Roshan says, well, I'm still dying.
There's your extra stuns coming from the next assassin.
And now Tinker is here with the March. It becomes so hard to just take this Rosh. And it looks very desperate right now from Flip.Side.
Yeah, with that many Master Machines, nice Fissure. Just going to hold out the rest of...
and EG want to go for Roshan now. They want to go for it themselves, I think. Or even for kills. If Flip.Side backed out, but Flip.Side is still here. And the track reveals that.
Yeah. Watching the high ground.
So Fair is like, okay, I'll just farm mid then and be closer.
If all else fails, take your tier 2 tower in mid. I'll jump down and finish up Roshan later on.
Bambo got picked off.
Oh no, down the river. At least they managed to bait out Unicorn's BKB. Fullest duration of that one right now. And Fear jumps up, needs some more control on him. He's out of range of the sentries, but there's still the dust, which now wears off on him as well.
Yeah, Flips are very split up right now, but they used the BKB, got a kill on Bambo. And we'll see if they can translate into something more. They're so low in HP though. So it will be a little bit hard for the Earthshaker and Caudle to stay around here. And they're actually going to get initiated upon here.
Yep. But then again, TP up
Not
in the tree
even.
line.
It's just they're stealing Roshan right now. They're just taking it. So this is what happens. Sometimes you try for so long to get Roshan, and then even when they were the ones to get the kill, they were low, they had to use BKB, they had to back.
Yep.
And then the enemy just walks in and says, thank you for warming him up for us.
Thank you very much for the care you're taking. All right, so 17-13 on the board. We're 24 minutes in. Haven't even been really checking out our gold or experience advantage. So we're already up at 3,000 up on that gold and about 8.5 up on the experience. And actually, whoops, there goes the Tinker Gank. Able to pick up Miguel up there on that top lane. Well, we've actually got a quick moment while Unicorn's leaping himself away. Let's actually just cross over into the EG teams, into the EG RaidCall, and just hear what it's all about, man. All right. So it's definitely it's just no one from EG is communicating at all.
There's just no talk. So communication overrated, and just playing without it, man.
As we kind of told the guys here too, like a lot of teams they don't have to talk. Miracle, easy gank. Now, Echo Slam as well. JO's coming in, easily lasers up the Earthshaker, the Prophet Ultimate, and the Epicenter from Unicorn. Well, from Unicorn, that doesn't work. There is no Epicenter. I'm going completely gaga. It's a double kill for Unicorn.
Going for one more.
And Fury going to pick up the snipe, the courier.
Wow. And he was close to getting the Nyx as well. He could have maybe dusted there and chased him and just got in a Sprout, but that courier kill is also really big. Just more gold towards the team. So Flip.Sid, they're definitely not dead in this. But yeah, maybe that lack of communication was punishing.
Yeah. Gotta wake up and be ready for that one. But
could also have been that Melk was standing behind him going like, guys,
guys, don't say anything.
Yeah.
It will reveal
He's
secret
their
EG
advisor,
strats.
after all. So anyway, EG are pulling ahead in this, even with that little trade going the way of Flip.Sid.
Yeah. Shout out to Echo Slam Dust, by the way.
Echo Slam Dust. Is it good?
I forgot the animation had a slight change to it. So yeah. I was like, what the hell? Is that SK Epis? No.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up.
The Slark Echo Slam.
Yeah, the Slark Echo
It
Slam.
would be legit, man, with pounds in.
Could
just
you
Echo
imagine
Slam.
that?
Yeah, it's probably a good thing you're not on the developer team.
Yes, very, very good thing. Unless it was custom maps.
And we see a Basher finished up now on Slark, so he's going to grab that one, and he has a chance to kill pretty much anyone when he has the Basher. It's all about the RNG, man.
Yeah. It's Unicorn's beautiful build too. So such an aggressive build as well. Has to drop the poor man's shield for it, but that's okay for him. At the same time, like, you're still going to have Nature's Prophet hitting the 2700 mark.
Yeah.
So he's looking in towards his side, the Vice. Coddle is nowhere near his mech.
I believe this is the tightest game we've had so far on this tournament.
It is.
Because 26 minutes in, we're only 4,000 experience advantage towards EG, which is not too much, but the experience is a little bit higher because of the Roshan, because of the kills.
Yeah.
So they are pulling ahead some, and Antimage is looking pretty farmed by now. So I'm looking towards how they will deal with this farmed Antimage, because they pretty much, in my mind, they need the Hex from Furion to come in. That's the only way they can really bring him down. Hex him and let Slark go nuts and just start right-clicking him.
Yep.
That is how they are going to kill him. Because without that, you know, Weaver doesn't really DPS him. And they have two BKBs. They have BKB on Weaver as well.
So strong during those fights, man. Meanwhile, Fear, free time on top lane. Just Battle Fury and cleans up the creep wave. There's extra support coming in as well from the Tinker.
It's hard to split push because they don't want to TP up there. They don't know where Bounty is, where Nyx is, and Nyx is definitely ready for this one.
So all you got to do is just like, Prophet comes up there and you're dead. That's it. There is nothing more to it. But then Fear took advantage of it. So takes out the tower, will keep going on the creep wave. He's just trying to force Flip.Sid to come back. That's all this is about.
Yeah, he pushes them back, steals their jungle now, will most likely at least. He's just going to blink out and take all their jungle camps while his own team is going to push out that bottom lane again. And Roshan being dead, they don't have to worry about anything. If they are controlling the jungles and have decent lanes, then they are doing great. They are actually pulling more and more ahead by doing this. So 4k gold now in Anti-Mage. It feels like it was no time at all since I said 2k gold. This is that top tower and the jungle goes so fast.
He catches up fast, man. He catches up really, really fast.
High GPMs all around, I would say, this game. We're already seeing with the offlane Gondar rocking 405 GPM. That's pretty high. He has his BKB as well now. So just waiting for his next fight to come. There's a haste rune on top and Bounty. I think he's going to scout that one out if he does it before finishing up this camp. He's going to do it after.
Look how Miguel was trying to farm from the lower section, and Bamboo, there's the jump down. Sentry ward to go to, so they can keep seeing Nature's Prophet. AM throws the older Unicorn, gets the bash up on Bamboo. They get some help with an ES Fissure. Over on Fear, and Echo Slam!
Echo Slam?
Was thrown at the same time as Fear was getting out. I love how Fear also managed to collect up 2 bugs because he blinked after he had the first bug and then took it out and then grabbed the secondary one. More money.
He could probably have killed him once there if he landed an Echo Slam, but to be honest, he still had Aegis. It's being reclaimed now, so I doubt that they would be able to grab 2 kills there with their low amount of stuns. Yeah, they wouldn't have any stuns afterwards, so it was too greedy by Miracle trying to go for that.
Mania, wise choice, use time-lapse to take away that track.
Yeah. So they actually have 2 heroes that can remove track immediately. That's kind of funny. Very annoying for a bounty hunter player.
Especially when you're looking for a little extra money during the team fights.
You just want the money, and then they remove it. It's very mean.
That's why you call it a bounty hunter.
Bounty. So with this Blink Dagger though on Miracle, the next team fight, of course, right now no Echo Slam, but next team fight could be really dangerous for EG if they get caught out of position. But last 10 minutes, I believe, EG has not been gathered once. Like, they don't want to be gathered. They have Anti-Mage, they have Tinker, they have Birds. And they TP to the Birds with their Tinker and just gang with that.
Yeah.
They don't want to be at the same place because that's when they know Caudal and ES have their highest effectivity. So it's better this way.
Well, I'm still not seeing that tier 1 tower go down the bottom lane for Flip.Side. Like, maybe this is their time. Unicorn makes his play. Hearing that BKB just over the side, it's Demon. Caught inside the Sprout right now. Mania trying to throw the bugs, and Demon going to run himself away from this one as quickly as possible. And Bamboo and Fear like, well, okay, they've got 5 guys in the bottom lane. Screw that, we're going to head mid.
Yeah, exactly. They just want to dodge it for as long as possible right now because they have this stronger composition, I believe. If we just go like the early stage of late game, they already start becoming much stronger there. As Tinker, we've seen him before in this tournament, how he can just chain hex one target and just keep going and going.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous how effective Koikova was in that game where he played the Tinker. And when you hit that hex, and that's really, we're closing up to that timing now.
Yep. All he basically needs is a Void Stone worth of money, he's basically there. Which really isn't that much anymore, it's like 400 gold or something.
We also have a full heart on Anti-Mage, so he will just happily be split pushing all over the place. He probably is not afraid of anything until that Hex is finished up on Furion.
Yep.
But
even then, like, they don't have enough DPS, they can instantly kill him off.
No, like, pretty much not.
We were still walking around with this BKB. There's no Deso, there's no damage dealing item.
They would need
Slark's the biggest damage dealing item with having a Basher.
Yeah, and Stark is running around and dewarding with this gem. He has 3.5k gold, so let's see what he buys as his next item. It's really actually pretty hard to tell what he should buy here. I feel they need fast DPS during that Hex, to be honest. And with a BKB, I would not hesitate to say that he could go for a Mask of Madness and make it work with his Basher. It is an item that I don't really like recommending on many heroes, but in this game where you need to kill Anti-Mage fast, especially as there's no Aegis up now, and Roshan is very soon respawning, I think that they need a way to just bring him down.
Yep.
Of course, he could be going for something safer, could be going for a Butterfly, or even buy the Super Basher now, and they have a more reliable disable. And that could be the choice that he's going for. I just like seeing some attack speed on a hero like Stark, who benefits so much. It's a Super Basher. And Hex on Tinker finished up at the same time.
So we get Sheepstick, we get Abyssal Blade, we're working down towards a Monkey King Bar or Daedalus for the Weaver.
Oh, top lane.
No,
top lane, Bamboo showing himself, and then Miguel getting really scared. It's very awkward as both Soda just wanted to farm, and as Bamboo Vendetta the creep, that scared Miguel away. I don't think that's something you should be scared about too much.
You probably thought there was support behind it. Like
there could be a Gondar.
If a guy's going to Vendetta a creep, obviously there's something wrong in life.
Yeah, there's something wrong. He's mad, you can tell that much. But yeah, right now the Familiars are just positioned. They're basically parked over here at Roshan, just keeping check on that. And Mania, again, just canceling that track from Demon. Doesn't want to give away any vision at all.
We just arrived in Visage.
Yeah.
Only 850 gold away from having a full Aghanims.
Fierce DPS is still not crazy because he doesn't
have... Oh,
have...
nice movement. Very, very nice movement. TP'ing, puts down the Sprout, Demon kick, completely caught out. Earthshaker lets off one Totem Stomp and takes the kill.
Mid tower is going down though.
Yep.
Like even with just one range creep coming in, or actually TP defense.
This is that whole, we commit a whole lot of heroes to ensure one kill, but we get a worse trade-off.
Yeah, the tower is still gonna go down here because he realized, oh, nice deny. Fissure into deny. Of course, Miracle has to back, and this could be a good timing for EG to go for Roshan, but will they do it without their Vladimirs? No.
Fear, he's in trouble. Can they do it without the Anti-Mage? Leaves himself away, cleans off the bug, and then will regenerate himself up with the heart.
Yeah, and we see the Slug, he's very close by, and he has BKB, Gem, and Abyssal. So Bambo, be careful when you're close to this hero. He's very effective at killing off little Bambos.
Not the big Bambo though.
Also, Unicorn is the only guy who hasn't died a single time this game. He is having a very good game, 6-0 and 6. And very high CS as well for a Slark. He's actually 215, but Fear is up to 350, so pulling ahead in that CS.
Yeah.
It is to be expected though.
Yeah. This is just getting a little bit, I would say, out of hand as far as Flip.Side go. Because EG are looking great. EG are looking so fantastic right now.
They are, for sure.
Flip.Side's getting some good items, but...
It all comes down to this fight, this Roshan fight. And it looks like EG, they definitely want to secure the bottom tower for it, so that they get that. But I don't think they want to give away a Roshan for free. I really doubt it. And another tower is denied. He denied yeah, he denied it with a Treant. Pretty sure he did. He was too far. So all these towers being denied by Flip.Side is actually really nicely done. Because they're down on towers, but they're only, I say, 10k gold behind. Of course, that is very optimistic speaking, but...
Every little bit counts, man.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, denying 3 towers or not.
Going Roshan again now.
Yeah, and it looks like EG are prepared to take this fight. But I'm not sure
really.
if they're gonna.
Like, Geo TPs himself up towards the top lane. You still got Bamboo walking past Ancients. They actually going to, or they just say, you know what, let's just freaking take towers. Nope, actually looks like they're gonna fight.
Track inside of the Roche pit.
That Familiar's got a drop. It's already dead. And with the, that fissure can really hurt Unicorn. No, there's still a narrow path out there. Fear's going to jump in.
Oh, he gets
it. Was actually killed by the Radiant and actually picked up by Fear. Wonderful take. Miracle jumps in for the Echo Slam. But now with the Prophet Oldman bouncing around, Fear gets a double kill. Shuri Toss helps to get Bounty Hunter one of them.
Yeah, I don't like to point fingers, but I think this Slark made a misplay here. He got tracked, and I don't think he noticed during this Roshan fight, because he could have just Dark Pacted and removed that, and he would have been fine.
So we gave perfect vision
but
for EG to jump in.
instead, EG could just jump in. The Familiars was dead, could not give vision, but Fear had the easiest time ever, just blinking in there. And what a good timing. He got the last hit, and he got the Aegis. Like,
And they'll take mid-racks too, so EG, are we off to a cracker of a start? They'll take out mid, and they'll rotate top. Already Fear is up there with Demon. They've only got a 10-second window to do this, however, so it's probably just going to be the tier 3 tower.
They can
depending if they want to go.
They can fight this. They're still strong enough. They have everything ready. So they are not looking to back.
As they just put in the Marsh Machines. Instant Hex up on Miracle. Soul Assumption as well. Demon's going to finish the job. There's the blink up by Fear. Then tries to mana burn up Mania, who is now tracked up. Basher will go off on Unicorn while he continues to try and run himself away. Fear, trouble attacking while he's a Piglet. And now Mania into the BKB, but like 2 or 3 hits from Fear, and he already drops down to a third of his life points.
Yeah, they're just not strong enough. After losing that one fight there, they really needed to get a good fight with Hex, with Abyssal Blade on the Anti-Mage. And now that he has the Aegis of the Immortal, as well as 6k gold and 2 components for Butterfly.
Yep.
Man, that's some game to recover from. That's going to be really hard, because being down 2 racks is not easy.
Aghanim Scepter now fully done up on EG for the Visage.
Yeah, and not only that, man, it's so many items coming in now. The way they have Blink Dagger on Bamboo, they have Basher, and he's heading towards a Super Basher on Gondor as well. To just have so much item progression right now. Fear even giving away some farm to Gondor so he can come closer to his basher. Good guy, Fear.
3-man smoke for Flip.Side. Let's see what they're able to find. So they head themselves into their jungle to start with, and we hope they turn down south.
They need to run close to Slark though, because this 3-man gang is not strong enough to kill off many things on EG. Like Slark is the key component for any fights for them.
Looks like what they're doing.
But now with the butterfly on anti-mage and a heart, like he doesn't even care all that much about the Slark anymore. It's all about the Hex now. If they can deal the damage during the Hex, because that's when you don't have evasion and you're easy to kill. And bottom, it's going to be a fight here.
Yep, coming in now. Looks like Gem's already going to get a work. 3 men on that stun for Bamboo, but what the timing. Miracle. If it didn't jump in just then, it would be all over right now.
Yeah.
But he got himself in and got the 3-man stun and the buyback already coming out from the Tinker. Miracle's on the run from Fear, so Blink down, couldn't catch up to him. ES going down to the tree line, in fact. It looks like Jo has some fun with the rest of the kids.
Fear chasing after Earthshaker, who's actually juking around, but he gets rocketed.
Wow. Everybody on Flip.Side, and they call GG.
Yeah, they know.
They're down 2 racks, they're losing too many fights. And EG take game number 1 here of the best of 3 series. Man, convincing play.
Look,
convincing play.
is happy.
From the first Bamboo throw until the GG.
From the
convincing play by EG.
Yeah.
Well, there were multiples during that game.
Yeah. Well, the first one I really don't think that it was his fault.
No.
His team was like, "Yo, Bambo, go check."
It's like, okay, I'll check it. I'll check it.
I'll do it. I don't value my life anyway.
Well, that's going to end this game. Of course, man, like that was still...
That's the first game, but I would say this was the most evenly matched game that we have seen at the EMS so far.
Yeah.
We have seen...
Like 20 minutes in, we're looking like a 20, 30,000 difference in like gold or experience advantage.
Yeah, but
we didn't have that this time around.
Exactly. This time, once it started to pull ahead, it's pulled ahead so fast. But up till that point, it was pretty even. So well played by both teams, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do in game number 2. It's going to be enjoyable, man. It's going to be enjoyable. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys, we're going to have ourselves a, well, not a short break. In fact, it's social time for you guys. So we're going to hand it over.
Time.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to be social with James. So it's over to you, James.
Thanks very much, guys. And I just wanted to quickly remind you again that CM Storm is giving away a Quickfire Rapid. A really good keyboard and so easy to win. All you have to do is head over to RaidCall.com. There's going to be a little URL in the bottom there. And what you have to do is register for RaidCall, download the client, and then just vote for your favorite team. So it can be who you think is going to win. It can be EG because it's EG, whatever you want. Show up in that RaidCall channel, and we'll be choosing a winner later on in the day. And then we'll send this bad boy out to you. So I think right now we're going to be heading to a commercial break. And when we get back, it'll be time for map number 2.
RaidCall, communication for winners.
Shake it.
Hello and welcome back once more. We're going to head right into the next game after an amazing first one between EG and Flip.Side. We're going to start the next one. The guys should be ready. They're already sat down, talking to each other, focusing a little bit. And of course, our casters are ready as well. And that's why we're going to throw it over to Toby1 as well as Wagamama.
Thank you, Zoe. Hello, Waga.
Hey, well, how are you doing, Toby?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Got to have a bit of a shutdown period in between the games just to make sure we stay alive and revived.
Yeah.
Ready to rock
Toby's
and rumble.
Tired.
It's yes. I don't function in the morning.
Oh, Jesus,
it doesn't
Toby.
work.
Yeah.
If the night has not just started, then
He's nocturnal, like any true gamer is.
it's true. I'm like a possum.
Yeah. Why are we running this during the day anyway?
I don't know.
No.
It's ridiculous.
It's awkward too.
Well, actually, I think we're not. We're at nighttime already.
Well,
so
now, yeah.
so
But we
solves
were
that
up
problem.
early.
It's Europe, man. We're in the summer period. There's always some weird sunlight outside that no one likes to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
People wouldn't think that we were weird here at the hotel if we just sat here, you know, casting all night and stuff. And with all these best of twos.
Who cares what people think, man?
Yeah. With all these best of threes going 2-0 so far, I mean, we might not even be casting all night.
I don't know. I don't know. Originally, we were looking at the schedule saying, well, okay, we could be here for at least maybe 13 to 14 hours.
Yep.
But with these games which went through, like we went through the first semifinals, the first quarterfinals in just over 4 hours. I think we started a little bit late, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and so far, EG, like I know I said to you at the very, very start of this that we are probably looking at this going for, like I was predicting a 2-0 win to EG, but I was predicting Flip.Side to give them one hell of a run for their money.
Yeah.
To a point where I almost wanted to say 2-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, this really isn't over.
I feel that there was so much resistance in this game, and it was definitely not a straight-up easy game.
Oh yeah.
It was by no means an easy game for him, so let's see how the second game is going to be, actually, and how it's going to play out.
Yeah, man. Well, everyone's in. Waga's in his spot where he should be.
Yes.
And we're all good to rock and or rumble. Flip.Side says yes, so it's drafting time, peoples. It's drafting time, so we start to put in the pieces for what could be the last game of Flip.Siders.
And the muting headsets go on.
Yes. So they can't hear a single word we say. They don't have to wear them during the drafting stage, but during the main game, we do enforce there's referees behind them.
Exactly.
To make sure everything is
what do
smooth.
we say during the draft stage? They shouldn't really care about us anyway.
Yeah.
They should really know better.
By that point, they should know almost as much as we do.
Yeah, almost as much as we do, Toby.
I try and make it sound good. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first pick this time for Flip.Side.
Yeah, so EG, of course, if first pick is with Flip.Side, they're over on the Radiant side, EG over on the Dire side this time around. And we'll have, well, Dream Protector, first man out by Mania. He's the one with the first pick, so he's just hoping that Fear wants to play this and say, you know what, let's just let Wisp and Batrider through. That's what Mania is hoping right now.
Yeah, he wants that. He wants that so badly. It would be his dream scenario to see all the OP stuff go through, and basically him getting the Wisp would definitely be something he would like to play. But let's see what Fear does. I feel that Fear had really good strategic bans in the last drafting phase. So he's going to start out by removing the Batrider. So removing one of those really popular heroes, it's amazing. They tweaked the hero a little bit, like just giving a little bit of difference to the Flame Break, but it really doesn't change the fact that his hero is so strong, whether it's the enemy pushing or you defending. Being able to grab one and 4-step back is crazy good. So second ban for Mania now. He did remove the Treant.
Gonna go into the Visage.
Yeah, I feel that's a really good ban out as well, because there's so many teams here at LAN have been playing that Visage, and guess what? He is still 100% win.
He is. I thought you were about to say, guess what? Wisp is still in the pool.
No. I'm not gonna go there yet. And there is the Wisp remove.
No. Fear's not gonna go there either.
Yeah, I mean,
no way at all. High hell.
Yeah.
So Mania, first pickup. There's a lot to pick from. Like we're still the Nature's Prophet in the pool. We got the Lone Druid in the pool. We have a Darkseer in the pool as well. One of their other favorite heroes. So maybe we just go down this lines now and saying, you know what? it's time for team fight. It's time for full-on team fight.
Yeah, they're picking the stronger 5-on-5 is pretty much what you want to do when you have a Darkseid, but you can also do a lot of stuff. It could just be for the fact of having a strong laner that can even go out jungle. You know, there's no way that you shut down a Darkseid completely.
Yeah.
In that case, he has made the wrong decision of staying too long or whatever, but Darkseid should always be getting something on his offlane.
Yeah.
And let's see what they're going to pick up now. If they're going to go for the Nyx. Nyx has been very popular as well, and he is no exception. Against the Darkseid is actually really good if you do your spiked carapace when he tries to combo you.
Yep.
Whether it's that he walls first and hits the Nyx, he gets stunned, or if it's the vacuum first where he gets stunned before he can get the wall up. It's really just a nice hero against it. But Caudle and PL, they're not fooling around this time. Caudle, PL. And crowd actually not cheering for that one. That was more hate.
Doesn't seem the crowd are too much fans there of Cancel Lancer.
No, they're anti-mage people.
Yeah. Yeah, they applaud for anti-mage and they boo at the PL. Yeah, well done. Well done. But PL and Caudle, this is now the unstoppable...
Hypocrites.
It's the unstoppable force we're looking at. Mania goes with the Darkseer and then instantly says, well, okay, we have some way to deal with PL illusions and the pushing power that will be coming from this. But at the same time, they have to look at this and say, well, we need more. We
need more. That's
we need something like a gyro, something along these lines that's capable of cleaning up the PLs. Or they say, you know what? Screw it. We win this early, we just push them out. Which means you need Darkseer on long lane, continuously creep skipping. You're going to need an Enchantress, you're going to need a Chen, you're going to need something along these lines to push it down. If you want to go for the all-out team fight, grab yourself an Enigma, so you get the black hole, and they say...
Anti-mage!
Ay, 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 ay.
So, they say farm. That's some response to a PL Caudle.
I love that response. It's logical. It's logical.
Yeah.
Like, you take the high-risk kind of stuff where you try and deal with him very early on. Or the other choice is you win it in late game. Unfortunately for an anti-mage, his window of opportunity on a PL is normally around that 40 to 50 minute mark. And then PL just gets hard. Again. And then it's just, you can't stop it.
If the PL has complete free farm and AM has complete free farm, then yes, there's a point where Anti-Mage gets a lot stronger than PL, right? Where you have your Manta Style and Battle Fury.
Yep.
But even at that, and maybe right when you hit your heart, you will still be a little bit stronger, but PL will pick up a pretty early heart as well. It's very, very standard. And later on in the game, there's just so many illusions of PL that Anti-Mage alone cannot carry against that. They will need something different with this.
Yeah.
Like, they need to have excellent second heroes, and that's why Fear banning out the SD. He knows they already have Darkseer. I don't want to give them an army of PLs along with an army of anti-mages or something like that. And SD along with anti-mage is already pretty good. So Furion also being removed, I feel that's a very sensible ban. When both teams want to go for the farming game, then Furion is so effective.
The never-ending split push.
Even though the Caudle Furion style didn't really work out for Flip.Side last game, they do remove it from EG's options here.
I'm still waiting for that initiation from both these teams. Yeah. Like, I'm not counting Lance as initiation. I'm not counting Vac as an initiation.
No.
I'm looking for something more. And SK would have been a really nice combination, which we've seen many use before. And he could be initiated once he gets some levels up. And the Earthshaker comes out from Fear.
And that's a totally legit initiator for them. I mean, they have Earthshaker along with Caudle. That's a combo that is as old as Dota, you know, pretty much. It is an ancient combination, and then along with the PL, makes for such a nice tri-lane, makes so very easy to protect the farm of PL. If you're against an aggressive tri-lane, you throw a Lance, you throw your Caudle Blast and Fissure before they get out of the range, and one guy is down to 100 health. That's how it works. So their defensive tri-lane is ridiculously strong, and when they have Anti-Mage on their team, I doubt that Flip.Side wants to go up and contest.
Yeah.
But we will...
Well, then the question would be then, does EG want to come down and contest?
Yeah, that is a little bit of the question, but it's harder to get that easy positioning when you go aggressive.
Okay, the answer is no.
Yeah, there's your answer. Like, say goodbye to 25% of your farm.
At the same time, like, Lich is a very unusual selection in this scenario. And I say in this scenario because you've already got two big team fight like controllers. Like you got Earthshaker and you got Keeper of the Light, and then you got a PL who is very like he creates a crap ton of himself to the point where the Lich ultimate in the late game is going to do nothing. And now we get an OD up for EG too. So we get insanely strong laners where we have a decent team fighter which needs levels, Darkseer, an Anti-Mage which needs farm and levels, Lich who at least needs a level 6.
The thing is that we can say that a Lich needs something, but they could be running a dual off lane and then safe laning the Anti-Mage with one supporter, and then finding themselves disrupting the farm of PL, safe laning their Anti-Mage, getting him 100% farm, while just having a Lich on that top lane will already disrupt the farm a lot. And here's a Danish hero.
The Mirana.
It's whenever I see this hero picked, it's almost always a Danish guy playing it.
It's the Blues. They're going for the Blues set, man.
Unless Miracle takes it this game, there will be no change to that. And we will see what they actually decide to do here. But I like the idea of having free farm Anti-Mage, denying the PL's farm some with a Lich, and then making the transition when you have your Manta style. That could be really nice. You could even go for a different build where you don't rush the battlefield first and go into more early game items really early, power treads, a Vit booster for your heart, a Yasha, and a Vladimir's even, to really force that. But that depends completely on how much they want to game, because I feel the Manta style is key for them.
Yep. Enigma now is the last man out from Mania. So he's a little bit too overly concerned about the mass team fight. That would have thrown a jungler, or at least like a sacrifice lane.
Yeah, but offlane Enigma is okay. Like he is not very good at it, but it is in the sense that he can run into jungle if he can't get anything. But if it would be just Anti-Mage plus one support, he could lane down there. So it makes sense, I guess, the ban, because there would be so ridiculously much team fight. But I still feel they could have cancelled that black hole with anything.
Yeah.
Like they have they have two ultis that go through BKB and have very good range, like Lich ulti and Anti-Mage ulti.
Yep.
Along with Vacuum and Arrow. Arrow is not the most reliable, maybe, but Potom can always leap closer and send an arrow to an Enigma. And we see Demon.
And go with the Bounty Hunter again.
Gonna go with the Bounty Hunter again.
Yeah, freedom to move, freedom to annoy, freedom to hunt Liches as well. Lich, kind of like the worst possible hero you want to see as a Lich. One guy that can be invis and gank you anywhere on the map. It means you must stay with a friend at all times. And
Lich is one of the supporters who doesn't really like buying super many wards because his farm rate as a support is so low. He can't really kill anything. It's okay for him to buy many wards because he doesn't need items, but it's just the fact that he doesn't have the gold normally.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna send him up to the offlane. But I'm looking at possibly an offlane Lich Potom here. It's not impossible that they put the Mirana up there with a Lich, and then just have a supporter for the Ant-Mage, making sure he has free
throw
farm.
Darkseer in mid.
Yeah, they could be doing that. They could also, of course, be running
Darkseer versus OD is going to be a little bit troublesome, though.
It's a little bit troublesome, but he doesn't come close to the OD ever. Like,
it could just be a Lich. We could be looking at a Lich solo mid.
Yeah, it could be. We can see a lot of different things, but if you put Darkseer against OD, you never get close to him enough for him to actually put you down.
Yeah.
You just spam your Iron Shells, you push his wave in, you go farm your easy camp, you take the runes with your Surge, and you bottle run if you need to, then you just use your Soul Ring. It is very easy to do this. And S4 was one of those players who, during the bottle run days, really played that solo mid Darkseer hardcore.
Looks like we finished the entire blue set.
So they like Frost, and we have Lich and CM saying hi to each other.
Yeah. The man with the very strong jawline.
It is a very strong jawline.
And the woman with the slender face. All right, let's get ourselves into this, man, because right now I'm seeing players already picking up their heroes. So we're going to have Demon over on the Bounty Hunter, Jo, the OD. So everything is literally as we thought it was going to happen. The only question is still if the EG tri lane, if it's going to run north or south. That's the only question I have.
The only question, and Unicorn playing on the Darkseer, so he has the same position as last game, but last game he was pretty much the carry of his team, and this time it's Mania on the Anti-Mage. It's just that he will still be the offlaner, so keeping strict to that.
Well, let's get ourselves into it, man. So game number 2 coming up now of quarterfinal action, EG versus Flip.Side Tactics, and the winner of which will advance forward to face up against the winner of our final game of the day.
And beat this. Good luck, have fun. Bringing the fun into Dota.
Thanks, Chuckles.
With the Coddle PL.
Yeah, thanks. So, PL will be played by Fear in this game. Beaters will be on to the Keeper of the Light. And they are going to go to a defensive lane. Bamboo will be the Earthshaker in this game. Then over towards the middle lane.
We've actually
J.O.
seen...
will be OD, and our bottom lane is Demon.
We've actually seen this lane before, Toby. It's Lich bottom mid against OD. We've seen this exact lane before. Was it also by Flip.Sid3? I believe it was.
It could well be, yeah.
I think it was a few weeks ago, but we saw it.
I think it was actually one of the EMS
that was one of the
Cups.
Yeah, that was one of the very sad ODs that we saw. Who was it? Resolution playing it? I believe. I remember Resolution had a very sad game.
Yeah, I know it didn't go well, man.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't that bad at the very, very start. You harassed the OD out of the lane, and that was a good part of it all. And hitting an arrow is rather simple as well, because the Frost with the high amount of slow, you're actually able to find somebody out of position.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, the biggest problem was the rotation.
Yeah, it was very dangerous for him because I think there was a Wisp as well. But anyway, for this game, it's going to be Lich bottom, played by Miguel and Rise on mid. We have off-lane Unicorn, Xoxo, and Mania going to be playing the farming anti-mage on bottom, along with Miracle supporting him with Crystal Maiden.
Well,
and Demon already pulling this.
This time he won't be stopped. Easy pull, easy levels.
Easy life.
And OD, well, trying to cancel as many of these last hits as possible in the middle lane. Arrow already going to be fired away from Miguel.
They're just using the fact they are 2 and he is 1, so they can just easily trade there. Top lane, we see a fissure.
Oh, that's really a good fissure. Illuminate, Fear. He has one more lance to throw, and he has himself a kill. And he hurls it. First blood goes to EG.
Bambo, this time not fooling around. He's not giving away any first bloods, but he's taking it this time.
I think Demon might be looking to give away a second kill at least. Coming in very, very close here on Miracle.
Oh, he's actually pretty strong as a bounty hunter out here. There's no way for Crystal Maiden to stop him. No mana at all.
He might have to go invis again if he wants to catch up and get this attack in.
There's no movement speed from this invis. So he's just trying to chase after her.
Yeah.
And if he gets 2 hits here, he can kill her.
It's the bonus 30 damage I think he's looking for. And there's one.
It's
and now a second. Frostbite. He actually got enough mana. He came in close enough. And Demon is short by 7 mana from using his Ghost Walk.
Yeah. Well, of course, for chasing, it's very hard until you have something like an Orb of Venom to catch the supporters even more than that. He's just using the fact that Crystal Maiden's base movement speed is 280 and his is 315. And that doesn't seem fair. Poor Crystal Maiden.
She's slow, man. She's slow. She's buff. She's special. She's special.
So, Potom is actually having a very good time here in mid lane, as she should. Just farming up completely.
Do you see what Bamboo's going to do?
Yeah, he's going down here and he's going to do the trick that we were talking about, where you just fissure off, you cancel off this wave, and it actually pulls it down. It actually doesn't make sense to me. It should be that they take the closest path towards the tower, which would pull them into the river. But they actually just walk down to the Ancient. It's a little bit weird pathing.
It's unless the pathing is meant to go down like that direction.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any difference. You could just pull them still. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's amazing how easy you can find some farm there as well as Bamboo. Got the last hit on one of the Ancients there. That's 80 golds already.
And then he goes again.
Yeah.
And this can keep on happening too.
Yeah, Darkseer is just stacking the big camps right now. He realized that that top lane was no fun, so...
Find another lane that's actually going to be entertaining and entertaining fun.
And that's really nice for Bamboo. I mean, he got the kill up there, and then he switches down here, and now actually scared the Darkseer so much that he's going
J.O. able to evade the arrow in the middle lane. He's not looking too healthy, though. Really pushed back past the tower to use his last... Well, doesn't have to use his salve, at least.
Big push coming in on the bottom lane, but it won't do any damage, really, because it's just going to be farmed on the tower here by Demon.
Meanwhile, on top lane, there is a push going on top of a tower.
Yeah.
Done some considerable damage to it. Not enough to completely kill it off.
And for last hits, we should really see Flip.Sid3 pull ahead here, running a Lich and just farming up the mid lane, as well as just both teams trading pretty much free farm. I would say that the Flip.Sid3 have been a little bit more disrupted than EG, but no one has really touched Mania, so... he's still pretty much free farming.
No one's kind of touching Beaters either. Beaters just been like pulling the entire time. No one even cares about him.
No one cares.
In the nicest way, I say that.
In a nice way.
Radiant Sentry Ward went down. Bamboo couldn't deward it in time.
No one wants him any harm.
He's still got one more Sentry Ward. The problem is the Mania is hanging around here. It's like,
Bambo.
oh crap, I came down to deward that one properly. And now he'll get attacked and killed off. One last attack from the Crystal Maiden takes care of the job.
Yeah. They did bait it out. They didn't get the last hit on the big creep.
Oh,
Mid.
Miguel leaps up, goes into the
He has
arrow.
the magic stick, so pretty tanky still. And he's gonna be fine. He hasn't died a single time on this mid lane. He got 5 denies, which is actually pretty respectable, I would say, on this mid lane. It's not very easy getting any denies. He got another one there. And now
They're coming in. Frostbite. Oh, nice. Emperism, man. Evades the arrow in the mid. Frost is still going to fly, and Jo got to get himself inside that tree line out of sight of Miguel. Miguel, he's looking to go in. He's got to leap. Is he going to go up? Is he going to go down? He has no extra vision of where it is.
Oh, he doesn't want to go.
Bail.
Yeah, he has to bail. So Jo really playing good here in mid, not dying. It's a really rough lane he's up against. So meanwhile, Doxy headed up top again. Fear just sends lances at him. Hi.
Fear's still got a salve, and he also built into the Tranquil Boot, so we're not seeing like an insanely fast Radiance PL or anything like that, or Yasha into Diffusal, or Diffusal Yasha, either way.
Yeah, having the Tranquils and then going into whatever you want next is effective for farming, so.
Oh, very different this game to our last game.
Yeah, by this time, last game, we had 10 kills on the board. This time we have 2 kills, but that's what you get when you have Anti-Mage and PL on the table, so.
Yep.
Just farming up, and Potom has her face boots up now, so that makes her a lot stronger as a laner, and she also has the option to chase after people really hard.
Man, I love farmers. Farmers are great.
Yeah,
make good vegetables.
Right now, the farm should be that Flip.Sid are pulling ahead, but the farm you get on a PL is worth, I would say, a little bit more than farm you get on an Anti-Mage. It's, of course, not entirely true. Anti-Mage is a great carry, but it's just about PL being the strongest in the long run. But there's the Potom as well, co-carrying, man. Oops. I should never forget the Darkseer in a team fight. If he gets some illusions going off the PL, then that is also crazy damage.
And Maney is taking some sweet time, but he's also... I'm interested to see his timing on that Battle Fury when he finally gets it, and if he feels the need to go trades instead. A little bit of trouble for Miracle. It's just Demon being a bit of a nuisance, pulling the rest of those the creeps down. Wants to make sure he keeps the aggro, but at the same time, Miracle's like, that's not a problem at all. I've already know what you want. I can Frostbite you as well.
Yeah, he might actually pull this. He wanted to, but he didn't get to do it. And it has to be careful about Demon hitting him there.
Demon luckily had an Invis rune, so he can come out and just attack him and then just pop the Invis rune.
Yep.
So it's easy enough for Crystal Maiden now to walk back and not get hurt. Knowing where he was last time seen.
And Darkseer has caught up pretty well, even though he died first blood there. He has now actually come up to 39 CS, which is pretty high. Top tower is gonna go down here.
JO. Oh. Down in middle lanes, looks like Frost and Arrows teaming up together. Just kind of watching this top lane where Fear was trying to pull the aggro off to the side. Unicorn's not wanting to let it happen, but the tower is still going to go down the top lane.
Beatus says, I'll take that, and takes the last hit. We have 1900 gold on Fear. No Midas or anything this game. Could be an early Radiant, we don't know really. Many players just prefer going for something like an early Yasha or Diffusal though, and it's going to be a Yasha.
Yep.
Yasha really improves your farm speed a lot as a PL, especially when you have the Tranquil Boots. Or bottom.
Arrow just went from one way to the other. What's down on bottom lane? It's going to be Demon going to try and TP out of here, but AM has to throw the ulti. Demon still dusted up.
Oh no,
he's got movement speed.
He blinked too short.
The attack from Crystal Maiden is not going to be enough. Mania will go again, but Demon tries to run back down again.
He can dive so deep with level 4 on that blink, but yeah.
But now he also realizes how far out he is. And he's tracked up, so there's more players rotating over. Bamboo threw down the fissure. Now goes for the Totem Stomp. Couldn't work.
Even a creep wave coming in and saying hi. But he had mana enough to get out of that one safely. Demon trying to TP out against an Anti-Mage who is level 7 is not going to be something to recommend.
Trying to arrow from behind this time around. Still gets imprisoned underneath the tower. And we'll get attacked by not only the tower, but also the creep wave on the way out. Only one hit from the tower though, so not too shabby. His teammate came in to take it for him instead.
Yeah. So right now it's pretty calm game still. They did get that kill on the bounty hunter on bottom. And the kill's going a little bit the way of Flip.Side here, but they have the easier way to find them as well. And mid, just looking for something. Actually,
they might find something.
Get it. Wow, that ulti.
Already threw the ulti down. Miranda to go down. The Illuminate flies too. Unicorn bringing in some extra support. And Demon's like, well, Lich ulti just went down, guys. You want to turn around and come back again? I don't think Geo's in any kind of position he wants to.
Yeah.
Neither is Beat is.
I believe that Potter was a little bit confused there as she started trading hits with the OD and did not understand why he would trade with her. But after you kill the offlaner, you have to be really careful about him coming in towards the mid, especially when it's a Gondor. Like, he should be rotating. And he's level 7. He was level 6 at the time, so there was a track kill on him. And you really have to be careful about when you kill someone. Where are they going to go when they respawn?
They're going to try and go again. Nice back into a Frostbite. ES Fidget, they're going to buy the space for Demon. So he can turn around and Shuri toss. Get that last bottle charge out and hoping for a rune on the bottom. And he will be successful. It's an illusion rune down there, but Bamboo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How long is that stun? Miguel easily able to snipe off Bamboo.
Yeah. Was a nice snipe.
It's like he must have just stood there the entire time.
Yeah.
But having this ward obviously makes it a lot easier to hit things around this region.
Yeah. He thought he was safe in Fog of War.
Demon going a miracle. He's got 2 points up in Shuri toss, but he wants to attack again. He's not quite sure though who's got vision, who's
He'll
around.
Go around mid and he will get her.
Attack, Shuri toss, easy.
Easy and
arrow.
Has to be careful.
I think he tried to back him back into it. Sentry Wall will make sure that Starfall hit.
Still totally worth it for any bounty hunter player. Getting a track kill and then forcing 3, like he was 1 against 4 basically.
Yep.
And 3 of them managed to clean him up afterwards, but meanwhile he has his PL farming up, he has his OD somewhere else. Caudle is like the master of the jungle right now, stacking so much on big camp. He actually has a 4 stack on it. That's a lot of creeps.
This is what we're talking about though, man.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we're talking about. Rack 'em, stack 'em, pack 'em.
Yeah, and he's probably going to clean that with ES himself because I don't think that he's saving it for PL. Yeah, he's not saving it. He's just going to kill it.
He's going to be greedy and take it all himself, man.
No, he worked hard for this. This is his. In bottom lane, we see the crystal combo. AM with the kill secure, of course.
Again. More snipe offs.
Yeah, and that's a big kill. That's a solo mid hero. Even though it was on a hard lane against the Lich, that's a solo mid. And killing him like that is a lot of experience. CM a little bit in danger here as Demon starts looking around. He has cooldown, but he's gonna go for it.
Yeah. All he's gonna do is attack once, track, Shuri, dead.
Yeah, and already there he can just start. He actually does all that and then starts face booting away so that he is safe. And he's gonna find out Lich here.
Yeah. Rise comes up, moves to the side. Dave Vision allow Demon to see him.
Yeah, and then he reveals himself as well.
Yep.
But that is perfectly fine.
Walks around the corner. Man, Jo really has had a rough time this game.
I think Beat is denied the top rune. I think he attacked it.
Really?
Yeah, because the rune was top and Bottom didn't get anything, so...
He's just so busy, though.
Yeah, he's so beat easy.
But
and Fear looking for a kill here a little bit on Darks here. He wants to find something.
Oh, Demon. He's getting pulled up.
Yeah, they wanted to kill Darks here, but there was basically no way. And Darks is playing very safe right now. Unicorn knows that they were looking for something.
So what's Demon going to do now that he's here? Walk all the way back down to where he was? It's...
Kato is level 8 now. Like, he really caught up high in levels there after killing his big stack. He was level 5 when he started, and now level 8 only a minute later.
And Demon was so right about when that courier was going to fly out, but he was short by like maybe a second of movement.
Yeah.
But he's going to find Darkseer up here on the top lane. Hide invis, pop the invis again.
And this game he did decide to go for face boots instead.
Whoop.
So
Miranda ultimate.
It's for mid. It's for mid.
It was very well seen though because Demon was sitting on top of the other hero when it happened. So Jo moves back to the tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Look how amazing long duration the ulti is though. Now it's cancelled. So you can really move quite far and Beatus, he walks into him here.
Yep, they'll spot him. Frost, that Nova was too short.
And now they're kind of in an awkward spot, so they have to get out. They don't know if people are on them.
Oh, that's never a good thing. We don't control the stream though, so
yeah.
Shout out to all the guys over in Dota 2.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching in Dota 2.
Hopefully, for people who are watching back at home through the Twitch TV streams, it'll all come back up again.
Probably.
Probably. It'll be back. It'll be back.
So we see a haste rune now on Demon, and he's already been finding kills a little bit here and there. With a haste rune, he could do so much more.
Well, Demon, he's on the hunt again. He's gonna find again Unicorn. Like, it's the one person he doesn't want to find inside the jungle. He wants both other supports.
Yeah. Unicorn is so tanky, so going on him is no fun. He has 7+7 armor after track. Like, it's just not gonna happen that a bounty hunter is gonna kill him solo. It's unheard of. So PL is rocking the CS chart. He's up at 101 CS, been to 14. This is a farmer game, so pretty expected as a safe laner. And Antimage has 94, a little bit behind, but he has his Battlefield finished up, and this is when he starts farming a lot faster. But PL has the entire Yasha along with almost the entire Diffusal. He needs 400 gold. So he has those key items very early.
And then he's looking magical. Battle Fury or not. This is when I look to see EG add some pressure. Because if they add some pressure, leave Geo up there on the top lane or wherever he has to be to find his farming levels, maybe bring him for a couple of the fights. But Demon's pressure here has been pretty good, and he's in a really good position to snipe. Oh, the courier!
Oh, the micro. Send it out.
I didn't see him. I was just a little bit more worried about it.
Demon really wants that courier. There's no way that they're going to miss micro that one. I've seen him run straight through the tower.
So this is the only way, man, that he can ensure he can find himself a kill. And now he's going to find, well, not one, he finds Unicorn.
Hi. Again, Unicorn and Demon trading blows a little bit.
You mainly want the track so you can see what Unicorn's going to be doing on this top lane. That way Fear is able to be prepared for it. Meanwhile, 3 down the middle lane again. But there's a lot of rotation support up to top. I say a lot. Just by having the bounty hunter there, it already feels like there's a huge amount. But Miguel is also rotating up top, searching for that Dire Courier, which again now has to... we're seeing multiple couriers hiding.
The couriers are playing risky life, man. It's dangerous life. And wow, this courier might get sniped actually. It looks like it's good timing for Miguel. And he should see it there, but they actually microed.
Courier goes back down to the lane.
I don't know if it was micro, just they wanted his items. Yeah, it was actually Jo just wanting his items. So a little bit of luck playing into that, where OD was basically on bottom lane and wanted his items.
Oh, Miguel.
He's
going to be really cautious not to come and range the tower, and now he is.
Snap.
Want to come out of the invis, Bamboo. Whoop! Oh, that was way too early for the fissure.
Yeah. And he could have been so much more calm there because there's no way she can leave out of range for his fissure.
Yeah.
And they always have the track going off instantly there, so he could have waited, but Bamboo, just a little bit of fail happens.
Just a little bit, man.
Just a little bit. Well, it would have been a secured kill for sure if they landed that. Meanwhile, at top we see a little bit of a gank attempt on Fear, who immediately goes in this, but he's gonna go down here, I think.
Yeah, Vax back in again, Frost as well, and there's not enough life points to survive. That is some overkill.
Some spite.
Yeah.
So
ensure PL's death at all costs.
Let's have a good farm, they said early on. Fear that was, and Rice said sure, and then he came up top with that Lich ulti. I was like, yeah, just kidding.
Top lane looks like they're gonna get some sweet ass revenge. Bamboo this time. Wait for it. Fissure,
very good
Totem,
timing.
Stomp, and oh, no, whoa, Echo Slam had to be used.
Look at how tanky he is. Oh, wow. He almost survived there. That was so close. Because of OD cancelling, actually, his animation. That was closer than it looked.
Feed is the new demon, hunting the Radiant jungle while being a Keeper of the Light.
A Keeper of the Light hunter, yes.
Who came back. And demon. Well, at least he'll find the Mirana.
Interesting to see what Cordo is going to buy this game. As they have an OD in the team, he always likes to finish up with a mech. It's just good on OD.
Yep.
And that gives some freedom. Maybe it's an early 4-staff. We don't really know yet. Could be a Ghost Scepter or Arrow. Misses. No connect.
Can always be wishful.
Yeah, you should always be just keep trying over and over with arrows, even though it's a little bit more obvious ones. But Just trying is good, but he was tracked when he sent that arrow, and that's probably a little bit too obvious.
Looks like Fear says, welcome to the lane by Miguel.
Welcome to the lane and goodbye to your mana.
There's even more movement too. Demon coming back under again. Bamboo throwing down wards, so ancient camps can't be stacked anymore.
EG's teamfight is not super strong because they don't have that early mech mid. Might be looking to do something, but
yeah, imprisonment to Fisher, but they pop them around to ultimate, which means they all have to fall back.
Yeah.
Because they just can't fight heroes which are coming in and out of invis all the time. It's just not cricket.
It's not working.
Oh,
and
they're going to find something here. Yeah, Crystal Maiden jumps up. Demon's trying to get in there. OD going to imprison up one. Moves over the Crystal Maiden. Easily able to bring down. And it's Mania who was the one who was imprisoned up.
That's the thing when you play against a team with Coddle, though. As soon as you see one, that could definitely be 5. And it wasn't 5 at first, but immediately the response was there.
Can become so.
And such an aggressive blink coming out of Anti-Mage as well, but they had some ward giving high ground vision right there, so they could see some of it. But he did not have a perfect idea of where everyone was.
Well.
And Anti-Mage, he needs to really keep farming here and hit that Manta style before they can do too much with this team. Like, sure, that was a nice Frostbite and so on, trying to kill the Earthshaker, but without a Manta style on Anti-Mage, he is not a fighter. He's a farmer, and that's what he wants to do. But meanwhile, I think PL, he is definitely ahead of him, and by quite some margin now. So gonna hit that Wit booster, and then he's looking pretty good. I like the items, though, that Potom has purchased. These are pure, like, ganky items.
Move around, rotate, see if you can find a kill, and
high
move
stats,
on to the next one.
High mana for spamming spells, and he's gonna try an arrow here on PL maybe. Oh, good luck with 3 illusion spawning immediately, 4 even.
If I don't understand single targets, when you do the vac, the wall, and that works.
Yeah, they are finding these kills, and that's really big. Like, being able to kill the enemy carry like that is huge. It doesn't matter how many ultis you use for it. If you get him down with your wall, then sure, just do it. And Bambo just sticking around for a while, but he probably wants to back out.
Yeah, there's too many up there. If they try and back through the tree line, if they have a bit of a
oh,
fish
he gets
for
caught
an
out
arrow.
a little bit. Potom can be there so fast.
Arrow.
That. But
creep waves in the way.
Yeah.
At the same time now, Jo and Demon. But then again, Jo's damage onto a tower is very, very minimal.
It's very minimal, yeah. He is one of the slowest pushers. And here we see Lich going on him. Lich has his ulti ready as well. They could chase out there, but Demon is close.
Yep. And Demon will just lend a track. Just from around the tree line. So PL, with the diffuser blade done, with the Yasha done, I'm still not seeing any more towers being taken. Like, I'm not seeing them shut down the area for Anti-Mage's farm. He is still, like, well out over on the net worth
so
for it.
It's not a 4-staff on Beatus. It's going to be an early Hex on Beatus.
Side
They're
device.
rushing that, yeah.
One way to control the Anti-Mage if he doesn't go BKB build.
Exactly. But if he does go to BKB, they don't have any way to control him at all.
Oh, they just use that move over to Mirana
they
as
need
well.
to
They
need to hex him first, and then they can kill him for sure. But Mirana is looking scary though as well, pushing out that top lane.
Mania blinks down.
Bottom tower is going to be sacked for sure, but Unicorn.
I'm waiting for Bamboo. Yeah, Unicorn's going to spot out both Bamboo as well as Jo. And they pop them around to ultimate. Already surging up. So Bamboo throws a fish just in case anybody else was also invis and following them.
And Miguel just running.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah, after getting that top tower. So it was a tier 1 for tier 2 trade. So pretty good trade for Flip.Sid considering.
Good time for Fear to be invis.
Good time to be invis.
Good time to also have a sentry ward directly on that connector into the river. But we're 23 minutes in. Right now, the advantage, it keeps going the way of Flip.Sid, man. Longer this game is going, it keeps on rising.
Yeah.
Same for the experience, too. And now Demon. At least we get a nice snipe off here, a Miracle. He just at least makes them look behind each other. So now Jo can come in through the front, and he throws one orb, and already Crystal Maiden is down. It's a big arrow up on Demon, but then the imprisonment from Jo, it keeps Demon alive. The Illumina does a lot of damage there to Rise, and they still haven't finished off Demon. Demon got to go invis, but the Lich Ultimate bounces back into him. So they're able to get the kill on that one.
So, again, it was a track kill, so Gondar is not too unhappy with it. But at this point, he's higher level than CM, and he does feed more when he dies. So it was basically a pretty even trade.
It wasn't meant to be the way EG saw it coming out. The way they saw it was Demon would surprise him in this little box down here, and that would instantly turn Flip.Side's direction down here, or they would want to fall back. And then EG pushed themselves up, and Flip.Side hadn't fallen back. They were they were basically still in position to fight, and said, you know what, Crystalman, you can deal with yourself.
Yeah, and Lich, after getting that kill on the Bounty Hunter, buys a gem, because he doesn't want to be caught out anymore. He doesn't want Crystal Maiden to be caught out. He wants to have control of this game now, in terms of wards, and also catching out the Bounty Hunter, because Demon has really been everywhere. Like, he has been stalking his enemies non-stop, which is, of course, what you should be doing as a Bounty Hunter. But when the enemy has a gem, it starts getting really scary. And he doesn't know about it yet. And we see the Manta style recipe is purchased up for PL, so he's gonna head into a Manta style before anything else. Some people like to go for a Manta style, some people don't on PL. I'm more of one of those who don't really like it before.
Oh, Mania.
Oh,
Mania. Oh, they see him. Did they see him? They had to have seen him. Yeah, they saw him as they went past. It's like, well, do we go for this? The track is up on Miracle.
Oh,
the
the
Mania,
stack is gone.
He's going to take it all.
He's
going to take it all, and they didn't come down for him.
Actually, do you remember when I said that he was behind the PL in farm?
Yeah, he's so far in front,
man. So far in front, and that was when PL was at like 140 CS.
Yeah, check the net worth. It's up by about 5,000, 6,000.
Now he's this far ahead. He actually just completely rocketed ahead of the PL.
Yep.
In the time that PL got like 20 CS, he has been getting like 80 or something, and a lot of those we just saw.
Yep.
Was a big camp or ancient stack.
At the same time, though, Mania is fantastic having a fight, but until he gets that BKB, if they find the real one of him, it won't be difficult for EG to shut him down. Like, you've got 3 different stuns that can come off from the Earthshaker. You've technically got like a mini stun that'll come off from the Bounty Hunter, and you can burn the living crap out of his mana during that time because of all the PLs.
EG is looking to take this late for sure. Like, the playstyle they play and the item choices they do, it's definitely going for late game, because
I'd be worried about how late game would end up, though.
It's going to be super late game, Toby.
So if that happens, I'm still going to back Anti-Mage.
Well, because of the Darks here, I'm going to go with Flip.Side still for the super late game, but that's the only reason. But as soon as you start creating illusions, then Earthshakers is high.
Yep.
So this game is really interesting where it's gonna come down to. But we only need 1.9k more gold, and we actually have a Hex up on the Caudal. As they smoke gang now. Attempting something. Not entirely sure where.
They'll have a look into the Radiant jungle.
It's Roshan. It's Roshan. Could be very sneaky.
Slip it in.
But they're gonna have to. They don't have it in Vladimir. They have DD. So this is a really. They have to tank it a lot, but I don't think that Flip.Side has any idea about this one. And yeah, this looks to be a free Roshan. It's very, very hard for him to kill it. But meanwhile, Fear.
Just start running away. Unicorn was the neighborhood for him.
Oh, this is such a good move by EG.
Beaters is bringing him back in again.
This was really risky, because if the enemy came, they would be caught with their pants down, and they don't even have wards in this region. Like, they have a ward on the hill here, but they don't have sentry wards. So this was so risky, but it was high risk, high reward. Yeah. And it ended up working for them.
All Flip.Side are really looking for, man, is just like a Rax. If they can take a Rax, they'll probably believe they can still win this one completely in the late game.
Yeah, of course. And Flip.Side has a Heart finished up on Anti-Mage now, so he is tanky. Shiva's finished up on the Darks here. That is a good way to kill off many illusions. And also slowing down their attack speed, which is actually a really big thing against PL. Having minus 40% attack speed is actually huge.
It's a 40% less chance you're going to get yourself a copy.
Yeah, exactly.
Movement now coming out the mid. All 5 for Flip.Side assembled, and Beat is the closest one to him. Trying to throw these Illuminates and stop him from taking out his outer towers, while Fear continues to push on that bottom lane and split push it up. He won't be back for another 5 minutes. That's how long Roshan's got before he'll reclaim his Aegis. And maybe back sooner. TP's in, lands to fly. They found Anti-Mage, but then he just blinks himself away. Diffusal Blade was used, but Fear got frostbitten up when he came in.
It's pretty big that he got the deny as well, right as he TP'd in there. So nice defense still, even losing the tower. It's it's still pretty good for them. The map control was removed, however, and that's the most important part in this part of the game.
Yep.
Because we're now heading into 30 minutes, and that's when map control is more important than really getting last hits on towers. That's more in the early game that has a huge impact.
Fear, stay, arrow, flew, and then tracks up from Demon, so they know what's happening behind the scenes, and when especially they see Anti-Mage coming in.
Look for Bambo in these fights. Like, we gotta keep our eyes on him with that Blink Dagger. We never know what he's gonna be up to.
We never ever know what Bamboo is gonna be up to.
That's
like, yeah, I can get myself a kill. There's only one person here. I'll throw an Echo Slam. Life is bad when that happens.
Life is bad.
But at the same time now, man, where is this push gonna come from? Like, when is Flip.Sid gonna say, you know what? We have the time to go win. We talk about EG wanting to take it late game. When do Flip.Sid want to end this by?
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't feel that any of the items on Flip.Sid really suggest they want to end it now. They want to remove all the tier 2 towers because they are stronger, and that's true. Like, they are. Right now, they are ahead. That much should be clear. And by that regard, they should always try to keep towers, and that's why they're TPing mid.
Yep.
Defending that.
Hold all out of positions at all times. And if they can find EG over committing,
oh,
take him out. Courier, Itzy.
The poor Courier.
Got sniped again. Arrow will fly in search of Demon. Remember, they've still got this gem here.
Oh,
but now goes into the track, but body block's not going to work. When you still got phase boost up as well.
It's too fast, too fast. Even though Anti-Mage can catch up to it, it doesn't matter. He has no way to disable it, so he cannot kill it. And PL is getting very close to his next item here. He is up to 3.3k gold, so if they want to take all these tier 2 towers and get some control and shut down the PL's farm, they need to do it now. Whether or not they want to push and finish this game, they should really look to restrict that farm.
Either way you look at it, man, like if they want to push and finish it or not, we're looking at trade-offs, like a tier 2 for a tier 2. In fact, the tier 2 hasn't even gone down yet. Blinding Lights made it very, very difficult. Mania now opens up on Demon, and Demon just drops so damn quickly, but at the same time, Fear is taking a tier 3 tower. Flip.Sid has to come back. Tell me they got TPs.
Bambo is going to try and cancel them.
There's no TP on the Anti-Mage. There's no TP on the Crystal Maiden. There's no TP on this Mirana.
Yeah, but with the Shivas, Doxic can hold it alone. So they're going to stay and rise.
Fear be a man. Already the Keeper of the Light going down. Lidshot are going to bounce around. There's a TP coming in at that time. It won't have time to bounce out. Fear is the one who comes in. Diffuser Blade trying to slow down Mania. Bamboo, he's got himself that ulti still available. They can turn around and try and use it. Miracle's TPing out.
Yeah, Anti-Mage going down to no mana there against the PL. Very close that he would actually not be able to blink away there if he waited a little bit longer. So a quick kill on the Caudle, but nothing really happening. Aside from that.
Everyone goes back to their farming side.
Yeah, that's what this game is about. Demon is probably a little bit frustrated with this. He's been in 5 kills in 30 minutes. This is not as much fun as he was having last game. He probably recognized
he tried it though, man. He really tried it. Like at the start of this game, he was moving around inside the Radiant Jungle. He was trying to hunt the Liches, trying to hunt the Crystal Maiden. Now they're both gotten onto the fact of, let's never move alone. Crystal Maiden's back at base with Lich. They're actually inside the fountain right now. No matter what he wants to do,
it's a fountain
he can't find the heroes he wants to kill.
It's a fountain party, man. So the pool party is over and they're gonna head out. And Anti-Mage has 3.6k gold. The PL bought up an Eagle song, so he's going for that evasion early on. It's a pretty good choice considering there's Anti-Mage and Mirana on the enemy team. But at the same time, if he gets too much of that agility, if he gets a butterfly, and there's replicates coming up by the dogs here, that's only going to play against him as well. But he has no choice. He is the type of carry that has to go into this. All his stuff, whatever he's going to buy, an upgraded diffusal, a heart, whatever he buys, it's going to be good for Darkseid to get an illusion of him.
Yeah.
So it's not like we can blame him for that.
Yeah. Well, Flip.Sid is now going to move at least 2. It almost looks like 3 over to the ancient area of EG. They're not going to find anything though. He's also back up and alive again, so Geo now with his 4 staff.
600 gold to the Hex finished up on Caudle. And yeah, as you said, Geo has a 4 staff and mech, but he's not looking for a Hex anytime soon. He did not have that luxury in the other game.
I wonder if they even just made sure they can get a Hex up on Caudle because they couldn't do it any other way. Now
Caudle?
Miguel, Blinding Light going to force him back. And the Illuminate will stop any part of that. Well, actually, no. It takes that one range creep that's there.
Mania probably didn't realize that he had the mana leak on him, and actually managed to go.
The big blue glow behind you is normally a good indication.
Exactly.
Or do they catch somebody else out down here?
Yeah, they canceled the TP to mid lane, and actually.
Which means OD and Batrider might even. Bounty Hunter would think about it.
Anti-Mage came back to mid as well, so he doesn't really want to fight against that. And this game is playing out in the most typical scenario of who is the stronger late game. So I guess we will see, man, how this goes. Because if we go to super late game, we have Butterfly now on the PL. If we go to a super late game scenario, PL is ridiculously strong. But I'm actually with you for the Radiant here. The Dogs here, the Anti-Mage, and the Potom, who has been farming quite a bit as well. I feel it's too hard to carry all that. But you know, we never know really, because the Hex will be there. There's a blink on Earthshaker. Anything can happen with that.
Yeah. Man.
It comes down to an initiation.
Yes. And that's kind of like anyone's game in this scenario because of all the experiences on these teams. Fear now with the Butterfly up too, so during the initiation, anyone who doesn't have a Monkey King bar is not going to do him any real kind of damage. That will include actually all of the heroes on Flip.Side.
Yeah, of course.
There looks like to be no intention from Anti-Mage to pick one up. And he's probably looking at his own Butterfly.
Yeah.
And here he comes through the mid. Tier 3 tower. Attack from low ground 2. Send the illusions up to the high ground. Fortification is not available for EG right now. That's Imprison up. The real Anti-Mage. Pulling back out again.
The Fissure not used on Anti-Mage there, just stopping the illusions.
They're waiting for it, man.
And Anti-Mage has so much mana issues, which is kind of ironic.
It's back in again. Does not want to give this one up. Possibly not the best time for imprisonment. He did manage to save most of his life points, and now they can eat away at him. Try and burn that mana off him. As now he gets stunned up. Echo Slam from ES and the OD ulti, but now the Lich Ultimate going to bounce back in again. All over EG, up to JO, down to Demon, over to Fear, and then back up again. How many downs? It's actually the maximum amount of bounces, but it only got one kill off on the ES. Anime just brought back, Darkseer went down, and now they're also going to lose the Crystal Maiden, who got caught out just a little bit too short there.
Big hold there by EG. Really class play. The only downside in this fight, the only thing that was not good in this fight was the fact that he blinks in ultis and had cooldown on Fissure. But that's not something he can help. He had the chance to go right there and then, and he basically said, well, I'll ulti them, and then it's up to you guys to do the rest. And his team did actually do the rest. So.
And after that fight now, they're able to get the BKB up on Bounty Hunter. They're able to get that full Scythe of Ice finished over on Keeper of the Light and have him happy to actually buy the thing. And still have buyback available. And PL, second level Diffusal Blade now up and running, and 3,000 gold up on Fear. That 22,000 net worth which Anti-Mage has, there's only 3,000 difference now between Anti-Mage as well as the PL.
Anti-Mage gets hexed.
Oh, this is a big blow if they lose Mania.
He should be fine.
He pops a Mana style and then just whoops
Yes,
away.
it's too far, and there are not too many stunts on this team, so he can always get out, I guess.
But this now has him low on mana, and EG are like, oh,
Roshan. And that timing, it is almost up. They know about it.
It's another like 4 or 5 seconds. And that's it. Beat is, no.
And they back out, and Roshan is like, phew, I'm safe.
They probably don't 100% know. And Flip.Side might check it. Yeah, they threw the arrow. It's like, okay, so no one's in Roshan. What's coming in? We've got another gem belonging to Beaters. That one go on to Beaters, funny enough. And JO. He's got 2,800 gold on JO.
Reaver finished up on the PL. He does not have buyback, but he's a lot tankier this time. And he can just sit back and throw in his Manta style, his illusions from Doppelwalk, and his, of course, lands, which is how he really can just stop the push and any form of teamfight from Flip.Side.
I love that from Mania. Bloody Butterfly straight into Monkey King bar. Won't care. Just.
Yeah, the MKB is needed here. If he wants to kill PL or even the PL illusions, he will need to have this MKB. And they're going into a Roshan. We'll see how fast that EG will move down there and prepare for it.
Well, their ward got deep water, so I'm going to say pretty damn soon.
They need to go, and they probably know already that they're going for the Roshan.
Yep.
But there's no way for him to take this fight, I guess.
Well, they don't also probably know about they probably don't know about the Anti-Mage's Monkey King bar. So he gets the Aegis the Immortal. up his sleeve. Is that a...
Pot him invis for the mid, but he was tracked. But when they pot him invis, they don't really want to go on him because they can't really see where the rest are.
This for EG doesn't matter. Like an Aegis Immortal for them, it doesn't matter at this stage of the game. It's decent and you've got to deal with it, but at the same time, if you get your combo off, you're only going to have one person left at the end of it anyway, and that'll be the person who respawns from the Aegis.
And Arrow, not going to connect, blink in.
Mania, he's in very, very deep here. Again, Jo forced to Astral imprison him, block him in a corner, and now focus him down.
No
Look
mana.
at that damage coming out from Jo. Aegis Immortal's already popped up. The Fidger is there. The Vac trying to come off. They're trying to get a little bit more copies here. And then Echo Slam from Bamboo. It's a big hit. The Lich Ollie will bounce back up into EG. The Miracle will go down as a double kill for Jo. The track is over on Darkseid. A diffuser play stopping him from running
and they
away.
held Rax. Rax is still standing.
Man.
That is amazing holds. Like, Bambo just find the beautiful initiation there.
This is now EG's time, man. This is tier 2 towers, if not more. Even look at Demon. Demon is on the run here. The track to go on a rise, and he will move so fast. Phase boots a pop, the 4-staff away, a quick Shuri toss will slow him down enough to do a large amount of damage, and there's your Lance, and they will. This is basically a delayed team wipe. Darkseid is already brought back into the game, but there is little to nothing he can do to stop this push.
Top tower was already low, because Fear has been here before. He's like, yep, I remember this.
And he just makes an army of his illusions. That's all he needs to do.
This is how fast it can go.
And Demon's even trying to go. This is getting really gritty by EG. They're not just focusing on bringing down one Rax and then following up with a team fight. Miracle.
Yeah, Demon is a little bit greedy down there on the bottom lane, but he has buyback if he needs to. And his team is going for the mid tower meanwhile. But Demon being this low, he pretty much has to back out. So if Anti-Mage was up, they would have to back out. But this tower should go down, tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
And the damage of PL is really displayed here.
Which one?
All the PLs.
So many to choose from, man.
All
especially now they're gonna have a heart. They're gonna live forever. They just come in, they'll beat down this tier 3 tower.
And I like Miguel's arrow on one of the illusions. It's like, I want to stop all of you, but I can't.
Needed to be like Unstable Concoction.
And we actually have a Hex now on the OD from all these fights. Because there was a lot of track kills. There was towers, there was racks, and you know, all these, mainly just the kills, man. So actually catching up so hard in items now.
Yeah, there's your change in your golf, man. That's where all your items are coming from. We go from 12,000 down to 0. In fact, this is basically the first time that EG has really held the advantage of gold. And experience-wise, 17,000 in favor of Flip.Sid, and it's coming back strong.
Yeah. Yeah, it was up to 17,000, now down pretty low, all the way down to almost 5K. So
look at this from Flip.Sid.
Yeah, they bought free smokes.
He thought that was a real PL.
Yeah, that is not the real PL. But that push-in they made on the mid, they used the Aegis with Anti-Mage to try and focus down the racks only. I think they really overestimated their own strength there. Because they should really be fearful, and now we see a smoke.
They wanted to come out.
Yeah. EG feels strong now after winning that fight. There's no buyback money on Anti-Mage. If they get him, he's dead.
He's going to try and jump. Jo run to Mania. The arrow's going to fly, has no effect. And there goes your Echo Slam. 3 to catch off, and the OD ulti. Shiva's guard behind it, but the wall from Darkseid has done nothing. And Unicorn, he will drop after, making Jo unstoppable with a double kill.
Oh, it's crazy. These combos they're throwing, it's the OD and the ES are just playing phenomenal.
Yeah. It's like they both drop it, like, instantly after
they have a combination, yeah.
Yeah, instantly after that Echo Slam hits, the OD ulti slams them, almost instantly.
Yeah, and it deals a lot of damage now. They picked up that full Shive of Vice as well. So this Rax is going to go down. There's no buyback on the Anti-Mage, no buyback on the bottom. This should just look to be GG. There is buyback money on Darkseid, but he already did it last time.
Yeah.
So EG.
EG 2-0. Are we going to have a... Are we actually even going to get ourselves a 2-1?
Yeah, I don't even think we will get a 2-1 anymore in the group stage or in the quarterfinals.
I don't know. You never know what Fnatic's going to do.
You never know. I expected a 2-1 in this series, but EG, they're just...
I kind of hope for it. But yeah,
you almost do, yeah. But this game feels a little bit sad for Flip.Sid. They really did the reverse EG throw, I feel like. Because they were really far ahead. Of course, it's hard to fight against a team that is so experienced as EG there in this scenario, but I feel when they went in for the racks using Aegis only for that, that was overestimating themselves.
And that's GG, well played. Game was good, game was golden, and EG will advance themselves through into the semi-finals, where they will face up against the winner of Question Mark. Who knows?
Winner of Question Mark.
We're going to have to find out.
Yeah.
And we'll find out shortly, man, because we're going to have the semi-final. The last semi for the day is quarterfinal day here.
You always explain stuff backwards, don't you, Toby?
Yeah, I do. It's the way my brain works, man.
Backwards.
Got to get used to it.
Yeah. Anyway, next matchup, of course, we're going to have Fnatic. They will be playing up against...
Don't look at me.
Don't look at you?
Rat in the dark.
Yes. There we go. Jesus.
Just test my memory at the end of the day.
Of course.
Yes, Rat in the Dark. Of course, Rat in the Dark, a former land finalist here in the first EMS.
Yeah.
Managed to get themselves here when Virtus Pro had to pull out because of visa issues. Actually performed rather well while they were here, and performed very well in other competitions in the meantime as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, they have been sitting here next to us with Fnatic preparing, just playing games here on the preparation PCs that we have, and they're gonna head up to the stage, and we'll have some break before we go into the next, of course. But how do you feel about this this matchup? I mean, it was very stale for such a long time between the Anti-Mage and the PL, but then all of a sudden, boom, and everything happens at once.
Well, it's like everybody knew what they had to do for the first 30 minutes, which was basically Jack.
Yeah.
You weren't doing anything. All it was hit our timing and then we push.
Yeah.
If we push too early, we then run the risk of having a PL fall on its ass or an anti-match fall on its ass.
Yeah.
And then they don't play to the strat they drafted for. So while it may not be the most exciting data for all of us to watch, the players knew what they were getting themselves into. Both team captains knew what they're going to get themselves into. Either it was when you first saw the PL Coddle come up, you had two choices.
So funny to see it so early as well.
Yeah. It's not something we normally see because people they almost semi-stopped picking it because they just got sick of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, the two team captains, Coddle PL straight up, you had the choice right then. Do you contest the PL? Do you try and kill the PL and shut him down and win this game, which means you have to look for your GG before the 25-minute mark?
Yeah.
Or do you go into the other line where you
greed.
pick up the anti-mage and you basically go, who can farm the best and who can make the best late-game decisions to get the best team fight results?
Yeah.
And that was something which, like EG, they got the best results out of those last team fights.
They did. The team fights really played it out for them there. The last few fights, they had amazing play with the Earthshaker and how they really got the fights.
Yep.
I feel maybe Flip.Side played a little bit too much into their arms, making it easy for them. It's always hard to play against an Earthshaker and diving into their base. That is where he has the easiest time setting up. If he has a blink, then it's not hard.
Yep.
But I really feel they could have played it so much more greedy if I'm going to be honest. The Podon could have farmed up a lot more, and they could just have controlled the map more, try and hold that. But they were scared of the Gondar finding pickoffs on them. Gondar along with Earthshaker, and of course the Hex on the Coddle. They were scared of the pickoffs more.
But that was rightly so. Like, Demon was moving around
Yes,
all the
of course.
time in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and he was finding kills. Like, he was the only one that was like, I'm out for blood.
Yeah.
And then he was up to level 11 by like 15 minutes or something like that.
It was pretty
looking
early.
really, really good.
Yeah.
And then you had this consistent source of income coming in.
Yeah, of course. But that's where I feel like when they had taken all the tier 2 towers, they were still so much stronger in total that they could have just played it out and take over the enemy jungle, try and restrict the map control for a dire team, because then EG would have to come out and take the fight towards them.
Yep.
But in the end, GG and well played by EG.
Yeah, man. Yeah, maybe all their fans out there will start to get a little bit more confidence in this lineup again.
Yeah. Maybe.
They're still, like, I know these guys have been working very, very hard.
So
one of the biggest things about it, like, they're training in their team house, and they know that, like, it was a rough path for them when they got eliminated out from the Western qualifiers.
Yeah.
And they went out in the worst way too.
Yeah.
Like, they went out in a way where they only had themselves to blame. You couldn't sit back and say, you know what, the other guys, they just played better than us.
Yeah.
And we did our best on the day.
Exactly.
Because that didn't happen. And
No.
they had to know that.
Yeah.
So you get to the end of that qualifier and you go, oh, well, that happened.
Yeah.
How the hell do we get back in, like, on top of this?
Yeah,
And
it's always rough.
Yeah.
It's always really rough.
And they've had a rough patch too. Like, it hasn't been a smooth transition. But their game today, it kind of shows you, like, they still know how to play that type of game. I'm interested to see what's going to happen, though, if someone really pushes them harder than that.
Yeah.
Like Flip.Side's a decent team, but if they went up against someone like Fnatic that's just poking and prodding at every single hole of EG's, like gameplay, and then you've got... and you got all the other teams here, e.sports, who are basically having a great run and playing really solid Dota.
Yeah,
I really would want to know what's going to happen.
Those are the 3 teams that people are really looking out for, after all, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually see how it goes.
Yeah, that we will. And of course, we're going to see what the wonderful man Jo has to say with Zoe, who's already over in the social section.
That was so far the closest series we've been seeing in the group stages. No, in the brackets. And did you guys expect it to be that close in the end?
Oh yeah, well, in the first 10 minutes, we were certain that we were gonna take a lane. I mean, 2 of our lanes really lost. We couldn't get much. I mean, for me, I didn't get much in my lane. They played it really well, and our early ganks didn't work, and they just kept pressuring, and AM had free farm. So yeah, we expected it to be close and to go really late.
Okay, so in the second game, it really didn't look too good for you guys. let's face it, let's be honest about that. You had 3, I think it was incredible good team fights, which seemed to turn the tide. Do you think if those wouldn't have happened, you would have had another way getting back into the game, or would it have been a lost cause?
Oh yeah, definitely. If we had all the fights going our way, fortunate enough, we had a bounty hunter too, which could... basically, we win 1 team fight. It's like winning 2 team fights because you got bounty hunter with track gold, and that's kind of snowballed from there. And suddenly we got items, even though we got like really no farm from the laning phase.
All right. Well, it was really nice to watch those kind of games. And now Fnatic is going to go up against Reds. I know that most people will probably consider Fnatic to be the favorite in that game. Let's pretend they would win and you would face off against Fnatic. How confident are you feeling against those guys?
Pretty confident. I mean, we don't really care who we end up matching with, because
at all.
No, because I mean, if you want to win the tournament, you got to be prepared against anyone.
True.
So yeah, we're pretty confident against Fnatic. We've played against them numerous times, and yeah, we keep. I think it's kind of like a 50-50 when we encounter.
It's actually not.
Yeah.
You actually have like 65% win rate ratio against them. So actually, you guys would be considered the favorites.
Probably not in the last 3 months, but yeah, sure.
How did it go for you guys as of late? I mean, Toby just mentioned it. You had a bit of a rough path after the Western qualifier and everything. Did you just sit down, buckle down, and boot camp and try to get the act together again? Or what was the course of action?
I mean, like a couple of days after we lost the qualifier, yeah, it was pretty sad. But you know, you just gotta keep moving forward. There's a lot of tournaments still out there. It's not all about the international, and yeah, bounce back from there.
That's very true.
You gotta start from the bottom again. Now we're here.
And we're very happy that you guys are here. Do you see yourself as someone who could be in the finals in that tournament?
Oh yeah, anyone could be in the finals in this tournament. I mean, you gotta expect everyone. Not a single team is for certain gonna go to the finals or win the whole thing. So that's what's really interesting about this tournament.
Did you watch the other games being played today so far? Or some of them?
Not the last one before we played, but I watched a couple.
Has there been anything which struck you as weird or like special tactics kind of thing? Or did you feel like it's a normal tournament? Because like I've read a lot of discussions in the forums and stuff saying the team's probably going to play a lot different than they would normally do because of the TI3 and everything. Do you feel that that's the case here so far?
No, I think everyone's just like playing their best. I mean, everyone's playing to win. So, yeah.
Are you guys playing any different than you would normally? Not at all, right?
No, we're just trying to play our best every game and go from there and then just hope for the best.
Well, we definitely root for you, or for whatever teams you guys are rooting for. As, of course, you can still place your bets on the RaidCall website, or rather on the ESL website. You can still pick your favorites. So let's present it a little bit more. Maybe hold it, hug it, kiss it, do whatever. You guys and your monster. Gee, But where would you have placed your bets? Let's pretend EG wouldn't have been in the tournament. Who would you have said wins the tournament?
Ourselves, of course.
Well, but you, we pretend you're not in the tournament now. So who's going to win then?
Mouse. They beat us in the Western qualifier, and they beat us in the last 3 months, so I guess them.
All right. Well, we will see if Mouse is going to be the favorite or not. And you guys said you can still place your bets. It's very interesting to see who everyone is rooting for. And of course, talking about RaidCall and bets, you guys can still join us in the RaidCall room. It's a room 1997. You can join us there and ask questions. We right now have Jayo here, and he will be the one answering questions. So if you have anything you want to ask him, feel free to do that. He will sit here for another 5 minutes. Promise you that. And he's answering those questions. And yeah, that's what you can do right now. And for now, we're going to go over to the analysis of the game we just saw between Flip.Side and EG.
Yeah, here we are. And we're looking, Toby is now looking up the fight that we have mid. This is right before the fight that's going to happen, where Flip.Side actually push in towards EG's base. And this is where the game really started its first actual fight. And they have the Aegis on Anti-Mage and use it very aggressively blinking in. But this is a move that's very bold because his team has a hard time following up. Earthshaker can get an easy position here. And the Anti-Mage, of course, keeps hitting on the racks. He wants to use the Aegis aggressively, which I feel is maybe a little bit of a bold move. Earthshaker gets a Fissure off. Anti-Mage goes down. And it's just so easy from here for Earthshaker to get in and just take a big fight when they try to save the Anti-Mage. So, of course, the GG call is not already made. But there we go, and the combination is so huge that this fight is just clean over by the positioning. Anti-Mage got too deep in, and it ended there. The first game, of course, was a little bit more hectic, but as Jayo said, when you have a Gondar and you get the advantage, you start getting all those kills, you really pull ahead so fast, and that's not really what happened in this game. It was really Flip.Side's game up till this point, and after here, it's just very hard to make any form of recovery. So that's pretty much it for this series. And of course, we're gonna now breaking over to a commercial break, and we'll be back later, guys.
RaidCall, communication for winners.
Shake it, don't break it. Shake it,